Yo. All right, we're waiting for Kyle. I think he's dropping some kids off at the pool, if you know what I mean. But can you guys hear me? I think so, hopefully. But without Kyle here, I don't know if my sound is working. Where are the questions for me at, yo? What the hell? My favorite sub place is probably old school Subway. They're the OG originators. They got all the banging, like they used to have the $5 footlong, was mad good. But Jacob Morse, I don't know if I've ever had any vegan food. What's considered? I mean, like, can you cook like a banging pasta meal or something like that? Because if so, I could get down on that. I had penne alla vodka this weekend, and that was good. But vegan restaurant, I don't know. There's this guy on Instagram that I always see that I think people will start walking into like an unhealthy restaurant, and then he'll be like, I'll give you, or I'll buy your meal for you if you let me bring you to this different restaurant, like a healthy restaurant. And a lot of times when people go, I don't know, if I was going into like Five Guys or like a Raising Cane's and I was ready to like just devour some food, and someone was like, yo, I'll buy your meal if you go to the healthy spot down the road, low-key, I don't know if I would go. Because if I was really, really in the mood to eat some unhealthy shit, I don't know if someone could switch my mind like that. That'd be a tough thing to do. All right, hold on. Let me text Kyle. Vegetables. 3D printed vegetables. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. I could cook a mean. See, I don't even know what that is. If I don't know what it is, then I don't think I'm going to eat it. I need to know what the hell I'm eating. Yeah. Not for real. What else is new on a Monday? Canes is undefeated.
Yo.
Oh.
What's up, bro?
What up? We're live. I just went on because someone was saying what vegan restaurant what vegan restaurant would I go to? And I was saying that I don't follow the person on Instagram, but there's this guy on Instagram that he'll go up to people that are going into like an unhealthy ass restaurant, and he's like, hey, if you go to this healthy spot like 2 restaurants down, I'll buy your meal for you. So basically like stops them from eating unhealthy to go to the healthy spot. And I was saying, like, if I was in the mood to devour some unhealthy ass shit, I don't think someone could sway me off of that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're really in a bind, then I'd do it. But if not, then I'd be like, I'm good. I kind of want this Big Mac right now.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that turn them down. But yeah, no, you're right. If I wasn't ready to spend like $15 on some like shit, and the spot like was healthy enough, but still unhealthy enough where I could like get down on some shit, like a pasta, I feel like could be considered healthy but unhealthy, you know?
Yeah, definitely not healthy. Nah. Carbs,
no?
Just OD carbs. Nah.
Well, I mean, like, what's healthy? Like just a salad?
Salad's healthy. Grilled chicken's healthy. I feel like having anything that's like just a meat, fruit, or vegetables, like that mix is sort of what I think of when I think of healthy, and not processed. Yeah. Definitely not processed, you know?
Yeah, true.
I would think that guy's trying to fuck me too, though, if he's like, I'll buy you a meal. You know what I'm saying? Like, my first thought would be like, why are you trying to have sex with me? Get away, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. I'd be like, what's the reason for this shit? Yeah. Like, you know? That's actually mad funny. That would probably like be his best performing video if he was like, hey man, like, don't eat this unhealthy shit. Do you want to come down and like eat this healthy stuff? You'd be like, are you trying to fuck me?
That's, of course. Who wouldn't think that? Some rando's like, I'll buy you your meal if you eat from this place. Like, obviously you're trying to have sex with me or suck me off or something, you know?
the Band-Aids are growing on your hand, man. It's like
it's just
like you
because
have like 4 Band-Aids now.
I just hit a lot of golf shots in the yard, and so I get a lot of blisters because that's what I do with all my free time. I just stand there and hit golf balls all day.
I know, yeah. You'll send us videos of your golf shot, and it's looking pretty. I can't swing a golf club. Luckily, Friday this bitch is coming off, man.
Oh, it's been so long, bro.
It's been so long. You feel like, right?
Yeah, I feel like when you take it off, it's gonna feel so crazy. It's like that feeling right after you get your braces off, where you move your tongue on your teeth and it feels like jelly. It's gonna be the same shit. You're gonna take it off and be like, "Oh, I didn't know I could feel this."
I feel like even in a small way, like I never took my braces off or anything like that, and I've never had a cast off. But like, even when you take your sunglasses off in that like split, just moment there where you've been wearing them for a while, and then you take your glasses off and like you just get back to light. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like this shit smells or anything like that, but like it's gonna be discolored underneath.
It's gotta be, right? Just because it's healing. No?
Yeah, I mean 100%. And then there's like orange stuff on my hand, is like that dye that they spray or something to like disinfect it. And my hand is just like mad, like crusty looking. Like it's kind of strange. It's like I haven't used my thumb for so long that I'm starting to figure out like how to use my other fingers. Like maybe it's made me a better person.
Is it gonna take you a while to relearn how to bend your thumb and stuff? It's not like immediate, right?
That's what I think. I think like I have to do some type of rehabbing on my thumb, but like I think it's gonna just be like squeezing a ball and shit like that. But like low key, a lot of people that I've spoken to recently, or like people that know someone, have said that they know people that had something happen to a finger and didn't get it fixed, and it's like affected them their whole life. Like,
well, yeah, because if you lose range of motion, like if it's broken in a way where you lose range of motion, you're just not going to be able to move it that well ever again. It's going to heal in that position, and that might limit your range of motion.
Wasn't it like Crystal's dad or something like that? Like his knee was messed up or something, that like when he was a kid, and like even as an adult, it would still affect him.
So this is actually a crazy story. It wasn't his knee, but you're right on the basics of the story. It was his leg. It was like his ankle or like his shin. And what happened was, this is crazy, but back in the day, I don't like, he's old. He's like 90 years old. And back in the day, they used to have these things at the pharmacy, the local pharmacy, where you could put your foot underneath like an x-ray machine and see a live x-ray of your foot. Like you could really put any body part under there, but you could put your arm under there.
Like forward ass, like technology ass shit.
In theory, it sounds like some forward ass shit, but what I guess they didn't realize at the time is that high doses of x-rays can cause fucking massive medical problems.
Oh yeah, that's why they put that fake little fucking like curtain over you.
Exactly. And so he would always go to the pharmacy and like put his leg under and look at his fucking bone. And then he ended up like growing a tumor on his shin.
God damn.
Like it gave him a fucking tumor on his shin. And so the doctor, and back then, we're talking like West Virginia, back in the day. Like,
did that not show on the X-ray that like some shit was growing, or like?
I don't know if that's how he figured out that he had it, but like basically by putting his foot under there, he gave himself the tumor. And so the doctor was like, yeah, we can fix it, but we're basically like going into your leg, sawing out the fucking tumor, and like then letting it heal. And so his leg literally is shaped like if a normal leg is like this. His shit is like this. Like it's like literally like a chunk missing out of his shin, and his foot goes like this. Like it's like leg, and then it goes zoop zoop. Like it's very like you look at it and you see it's like, how are you even holding your weight? Like it seems like that. And he's had that his whole fucking life, bro. And now obviously in his older age, it's like it hurts more, and it's a bigger issue because when you're 90, you're more frail. But like what a crazy story that like, and that there's like a warning sign there about the way shit works, because they were just like, yeah, we're going to put these x-ray shits in. And everybody was like, okay. And then kids were using them, and like come to find out, yeah, you're just giving everybody tumors. It's like, the way we handle shit, the way it works in the UK is the opposite, where you need to prove that something is safe before you can bring it out to market. The way it works here is like Wild West shit, where we're just like,
you're fastest to the first, like the first
put out whatever the fuck you want. And then maybe in 50 years, we'll find out that your shit gives people cancer or AIDS or whatever the fuck. And then maybe we'll do something about it, or maybe not,
Yep. Yeah, it's scary how we operate. Like, I really feel like even more so now with technology and shit. It's just like whoever's first to the party is like the shit that we'll rock with. Like, Chat GPT is probably the worst shit. You know, like it's probably the most inaccurate. It's probably like the most like not trustworthy source of like, you know, all the information it gives you. But it was like the first shit out. So I feel like that was the first thing that everybody like used and might still have a subscription to or something like that. And then they start realizing like, oh, that shit's not that good. Let's start using this, or this, you know?
Yeah, that's sort of how what was it? It's Bill Gates, Microsoft, and like Apple. Like they basically just snuffed out the competition on some like shameless domination shit and then got away with it. So it's
Oh,
like they're just the most shameless, not like the best product. I mean, you could argue Apple probably is in many ways. Like they were unique and putting everything together with the iPhone and shit like that, having it all right there. But like Microsoft, they were up against like a Netscape or some shit, and they just like snuffed
yeah,
out the
sure, right.
competition. Remember Netscape from back in the day?
Yeah, it's like Nike going up against like, you know, some fucking
Shit, who would it be?
Amazon
Nike.
basic sneaker or some shit. Like
Right,
just some like
yeah.
some weak ass shit.
There was a time, people don't remember, there was a time when Reebok and Nike were like neck and neck. Remember that?
I
Back in
mean,
the day?
I mean, I rocked Reebok because of
Me
Iverson.
too. Me too, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I still want a pair of those shits, like the ones that I gave you back in the day.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
need to come back out with those. Like, Iverson put Reebok, like, I think now they have like Angel Reese and like they have the guy on the Bulls, Matas. They might have signed another NBA guy, but like Reebok's kind of slayed now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Shaq's trying to revive it. His son like
And
is coming out with sneakers.
and N1 went away for a hot minute, then it came back, but now it's like the Walmart like brand. It's like only sold at Walmart, and the shit falls apart immediately. I have a bunch of N1 shorts, and they just like fall apart within a year.
Yeah. I mean, they were clowning Jose Alvarado because, like, I mean, he's supposed to have swag. He's from New York, and like, he wears N1s, and I think I
Wait,
don't know
on the
who it
NBA
was.
court?
Yeah, he wears N1s
No, are
now.
you
Like, I think
serious?
just recently he got signed by N1, and
They probably
it's
gave him a
Tracy
bag though.
Morgan or something like that. Jose Gal, but I don't even think they have a bag. Let me see.
Nah, usually what those companies do is they'll like go into debt to pay some athlete to
Oh, did I
wear their
say?
shit. It's not
Yeah,
N1. Who is it?
no, I said Jose Calderon, Jose Alvarado.
No, you said Alvarado. I thought you said
Oh, did I
Alvarado.
say
Yeah,
Alvarado?
Calderon's been retired for a hot minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been retired forever.
I don't think I could find a picture of it, but yeah, I think he wore in a game those shits, and they were clowning him. But N1 used to be the shit back in the day. They used to make those T-shirts where it would be like, "I fucked your bitch," and it would be like the skeleton man standing over like another guy. Remember
Bro,
those
yeah,
T-shirts?
I do. Yeah, I do. And
They
and
would have
N1,
ruthless shit on there, bro.
and they also like they were the coolest thing when they came out. Like
Yeah.
I remember we cared just as much about N1 mixtapes of like hot sauce crossing people up than we cared about like, Kobe dropping 40 the night
Yep.
before. Like we
Yep.
were just as interested in the N1 shit, the street ball shit, as we
Yep.
were in the NBA. And like it's sort of hard to explain unless you were there. It's sort of hard to explain the stranglehold that shit had on the culture, where it was just the coolest thing. Like everybody loved that shit. People were trying new moves and shit, playing pickup ball. Like it was impressive how much like it was super successful for a hot minute.
Yeah. I mean, that street ball was like, it was popping back in the day, and you had to watch it. I think it came on like after school, so it was like prime time where like it was in between any nighttime activities, or it wasn't on the weekend where like primetime sports were on. So you came home and you watched like, and they kind of like barnstormed around the country, you know, playing street ball. And now I feel like on Instagram there's a lot of these like kind of corny ass kids that'll play one-on-one street balls and like go to different parks, but it's not the same effect as like what we used to watch back in the day. Like they used to sell out arenas too
Oh yeah.
with their N1 shit.
Oh, they made a gazillion dollars. The professor still has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, he
The
like dressed up.
professor,
He does like weird shit. He dresses like as like Spider-Man and stuff like that.
yeah, he's done like, sort of like the Uncle Drew shit where it's like I'm gonna dress like a old grandpa and go fucking win in a pickup game or whatever. Yeah, but
You
he's
know, I met him in Houston.
Oh,
At
did you?
the Final Four. There was this company that like made, it was kind of like a pop-up like net you could put around your hoop, and then the ball would like spit back to you. And I was with my friends. They like run this company called the Hoop Bus. And they drive around the country. And it's like a school bus that has a hoop on it and shit. And so we went there, and Professor was there at the shit. So I was like, I had to talk to him for like a second. But he kind of was very protective of his image. Like he said he doesn't really go out anymore because like if someone crosses him up and gets it on video, like he kind of loses a lot of like credibility.
Really? Because there's always videos of him going to parks and shit and doing mad shit, but I guess they can edit out any bad
Exactly. Yeah. Like so like he's not pulling up to regular shit and like, you know, like I mean like even like debates and shit. I feel like people are like, you know, like they want to know you don't want to get clowned, you know?
Yeah, but if you, I don't know, I always felt like if you're confident and
Yeah,
you
and you
know
have your
you're right,
shit.
then like why just fucking you'll be
Yeah.
fine, you know?
The first thing I thought of when you said Crystal's dad with the legs was he doesn't have like some Kenny the Jet shits, right?
No, Kenny the Jet, he's just like knock-kneed, right? It's shit just goes in.
It looks like it's great. Like his
Yeah.
shit is great.
No,
And
his shit is.
Fat Joe's got the same shit.
Oh, I didn't know that. His shit is like a literal chunk of his shin is missing.
Oh,
Yeah, so it goes like this is his leg. It goes like this, and then like that, and like that.
damn.
Like it's almost like the leg starting at the shin. It decided like let's move over like 4 inches this way, and it's like a sharp angle, like a 90-degree angle. I don't even like it's. I don't know. It's crazy how like that surgery must have been fucking painful as fuck when he got that shit done.
Trump kind of has those legs. Trump's kind of got the Kenny the Jet shits a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
Trump does. He's got. There's this tweet that went viral that said, "This is what happens when you have no estrogen." I think that's what it said, and it was a picture of a guy, and the guy's body looked sort of like Elon Musk, where like he, I don't know, he was very like
his upper body is like
upper
weird.
body was big and humped over, and the legs were long and like knock-kneed, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And Trump does have a little bit of that shit. He really
Yeah.
does. He's got a disturbing looking body, and he walks around in those. If he was, God forbid, whenever he doesn't wear those suits that sort of cover up the worst elements of it, oh my God, that's an ugly man.
That's what I'm saying. It would be weird. I mean, there's a picture of him playing tennis in like the shorts and like that shirt, but like seeing him in some you don't really see him like. It'd be so weird to just see him in like sweatpants and a white tee or something like that, you know?
Abso-fucking-lutely. It'd be terrifying.
And he has to wear that shit, right? It's not like he like. It's kind of crazy that he wears a suit like just all day.
Nah, he's weird as fuck because he's either wearing a suit and tie, or if he's not wearing that, he wears his golf club attire. But he
Like a polo.
the same shit. I've never seen him when he wears a polo. It's just a white polo every time. It's never like a black polo or a navy blue polo. Like, and when he wears a suit, it is almost always like a dark navy blue suit.
Yeah.
Maybe once in a blue moon he'll throw a black one on. But
that's what I'm saying. But like, kudos to his like team for like. I've never seen him in some jeans. Does he ever even wearing jeans?
Nah, but fuck him because there's something that's very unhuman about you got 2 colors of a suit that you wear, dark blue or black. He does have a bunch of ties, to be fair. Like he's got a bunch of ties.
I mean, I've only just seen the red shit.
Only a white button-down shirt. He never wore a stripe button-down shirt.
Shit.
Never wore, like a pattern shit, a color shit, nothing. And then, like I said, the golf attire. Like, how are you fucking 80 years old and you've been golfing your whole life and we've only ever seen you in a white polo? Like, you own no other colors? Like, what the fuck?
That's why it's kind of impressive. Like, even like Obama, like, got caught in his mom jeans and all that shit. Like, we haven't seen him slip up where it's like,
nah, but see,
walking around the White House in some fucking Levi jeans.
But I have the opposite perspective where if you're that scheduled and planned about how you do this shit, that's like evil, man. Like, that's evil. Like, you never, again, I can't get over because I'm never going to see him in jeans. Like, that's never going to happen.
Or a hoodie. Like you don't throw a hoodie on?
But that's the point. Like, we never see you in fucking pajamas. We never see you with a non-white polo.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, it's like, you're sort of insane. Like, if I open up his closet, am I just going to see
funny shit?
Is it just going to be like 10 fucking dark navy blue suits, 2 black suits, a bunch of ties, nothing but white button downs, and nothing but that white polo? Because, like, that's like a serial killer, bro. Like, a serial killer would have a wardrobe like that, you know?
Yeah. But in a weird way, like, I'm not down to a tee like he does, but I kind of do the same shit. Like, I'm just sweatpants and a white tee.
Yeah,
Or
but
like,
bro, you have every different color T-shirt. You have a bunch of different hoodies. You
but
have
it takes a little bit of like, it takes a little bit of thinking to be like, let me put a bright color shirt on today. You know, like it's a little bit of thought that separates my, all right, I gotta choose like a red shirt today. Like I gotta go out in public with a red shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
see, for me, I almost do the opposite where like I try to not just have the most bland shit ever. Like
Oh, I respect that.
I default to like, let me wear this fucking highlighter yellow one, or let me wear this fucking black one, or
You've
like
always liked like like those like, you know, brighter colors,
those
neon
neon
shirts.
colors. Nike in like 2012 or 13 or 14, Nike released a whole bunch of like very
Yep.
bright colored golf shirts. Like Rory won the British Open with the pink sleeves. Remember the pink sleeve shirt?
Yeah.
But the rest of it was like gray. I bought that bitch like that. I was like, oh, I like that shirt. But that's the sort of shit I try to wear that because, like I said, and Trump's a good example of this.
Oh,
It just comes. He comes across like a serial killer. Jeff is Corin a Republican? Who's Jeff?
I don't know, but
who the fuck is Jeff? And no, Corin's not a Republican. Does he think I'm Jeff? Like he's asking me and I'm Jeff?
maybe he meant Jed because Jed's in the chat, but I saw that and I was just like, maybe because I choose the same wardrobe that they thought I'm Republican.
But you don't like. I think about every time we do the show, you're wearing something different. You're never wearing the same shit twice on this show. Oh, I got a Reebok shirt. I didn't even realize that. We are just talking about Reebok. Look, that's Reebok.
Oh, there you go.
I think the shirt's from Walmart. That's why.
Yeah, no, but Reebok low key, they do a good job in the fitness space they were big on CrossFit when it first started.
Smart.
So they got big on CrossFit and like they were the only sneaker in town for CrossFit shoes for a while. They made like these Metcon shoes, which were like when you worked out, you know, fast.
You there, bro? Damn.
Oh, are you still there?
Oh, yeah. You broke up there for a second. Chad, Is it me or him? Because I should have the good internet tonight. It should be me.
It might be mine.
I should be good tonight.
I feel like there's a lot of turn my Wi-Fi off. Oh, that okay. Yeah, Reebok was the first to really get behind the fitness shit, and then other brand like Nike started making Metcon sneakers and stuff like that. But my shit is OD fucking up. It's Corin. God damn it!
Frozen. Yeah, it's Corin. Don't worry.
Okay,
I'll start dancing for them if you can drop down. Keep talking. I'm listening. I'm just gonna grab my my charger.
Okay. Yeah, no, Reebok was the first. Shout out to them. They were pretty progressive in the fitness space to get behind CrossFit, and then Nike started getting behind it, and they made it like weightlifting shoe. They made a Metcon shoe, but I respect them for that because like the shirt you're wearing, I think they realized like they can make a ton of shit like that and people will buy it. They made shorts. They made a lot of those dry fit tight shirts. And Under Armour did that too. Like Under Armour makes a lot of those same shirts and they sell them like TJ Maxx, Marshalls has a lot of them.
Yeah, I have a bunch of those too, but I feel like they fell off hard. When Jordan Spieth was like the #1 golfer in the world and playing well, I feel like that's when there were a lot of Under Armour shits that I would buy. But now I don't even see them. I think they're like on the verge of bankruptcy, right? I think they fucked up now.
Yeah, they got out of, when I was at Wilson, they got out of hard goods. So they stopped making like footballs, basketballs, like actual products. And then they lost Steph Curry. Steph Curry became a free agent. So he's not even their guy anymore. And then they went all in with like The Rock. And you see a lot of, I think I've seen a lot of people wearing it, but The Rock makes like apparel, but it's a lot of like, it's weird because The Rock, I don't think would identify as, you know, conservative at all. I think he would probably say he's like liberal and like, you know, left leaning. But all the people who wear his like shit are like OD Trumpers, I feel like.
He's a weird one because you're right. Like he codes as like Hollywood liberal type.
Yeah.
But as the culture moved right for Trumpism, that's when like he went on Joe Rogan's show and he tried to be like, actually, no, like I'm kind of with you guys.
Yeah, but he was very like towing the line of like, I'd shoot a gun, but I'd do it very carefully and like like, you know, some shit like that.
Well, yeah, because that's he cares about his image. He manages his image too much. So he's sort of like a wave rider, you know?
Facts.
Yeah, like so that's what I think of when I think of him. Like he just hypersensitive and managing his image to trying to do it to perfection, you know?
Yeah, that's why I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's a weird one with his apparel because like a lot of the guys I see wearing it, and it's like corny, like workout, saying shit. I mean, like respect him because he works out hard. But Under Armour, I think, turned into pretty right leaning. Like if you're wearing Under Armour, I feel like
Right.
you are on some Trumpian shit.
And it's a shame because the reason I liked him is because their shit reminded me of the Nike shit from my favorite Nike era. And so that's why I liked them. And then the other thing that Codes is super conservative, which is a shame, is the Oakley sunglasses, because Oakley sunglasses, they make one that's specifically for golf. The lenses are specifically for golf. And so
they do the visors for NFL too, like which is pretty cool.
It helps you like read the greens better. And so I've had this pair of Oakley sunglasses for fucking ever. But then that shit became so conservative coded that like now if I wear Oakley sunglasses, yeah. So like if I'm wearing an Under Armour shirt and Oakley sunglasses, like literally 10 out of 10 people are going to be like massive Trump supporter. And I don't want people thinking that shit. You know what I'm saying? But then again, like I have worn like cut off shirts that have like an American flag on it. Nothing looks more fucking conservative than that, you know?
Yeah, I've seen people clown you for that. But like, it's weird when I went thrifting and I still see it. But the guy who apparently shot Charlie Kirk, he was wearing like some black shirt with like an American flag on it and saying, I see that shirt at every Goodwill now. Like,
that's crazy. Everybody's selling it for that reason.
Everyone's selling that shirt.
Charlie was wearing the Freedom shirt. I feel like people wear that Freedom shirt all the fucking time.
People buy that shit now too. Yeah. Did you see? I had this on my list. I was watching it. I was laughing, but I guess apparently it's taken a lot of like flack. Is the roast of Kevin Hart?
I didn't watch it yet. No, I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I was laughing, but I mean, like it's a bunch of racist jokes. There's a bunch of like anti-Semitic jokes, and people were like,
but like, I loved it, but it was really racist and anti-Semitic.
No, I mean, like, so, like outside of those jokes, like there was some, like they're well-written jokes, like they're funny, but people were upset because like a lot of the people that were saying the jokes, they were from writers, so it's like not their.
Oh yeah, none of them are literally all of them are from writers.
So like it's like if I was watching your show and then later found out that it's like, Kyle doesn't even write that shit. Like I'd be like
a little bit of a betrayal. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I mean, like it's like they're sitting up there laughing, but Draymond Green didn't write these funny ass jokes.
Right. Yeah. And then I saw that Cat Williams was there. Did he write his own shit? I wonder if he wrote his own shit.
He had to have. I mean, like if you're a comedian, I feel like
it's like write your own crazy shit, to right? Not. But then at the same time, like, does he want to waste his time writing fucking jokes at Kevin Hart's expense? No, he probably wants somebody else who's getting paid to do it. You know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but that's kind of crazy. But do you recommend I watch it or no?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it was like it had me chuckling. It's worth sitting down and kind of like you could like fast forward through some of the parts. Like Lizzo was kind of funny, but like she played the flute for a second. Like you could fast forward that shit. Like it's one of those like you could keep your finger on the remote and keep it moving, and then you get through it, and you're like, all right, I didn't have to sit there for like an hour and a half. I kind of turned it into like some half-hour shit.
My problem is that my attention span is trash now when it comes to watching stuff because I always watch stuff on YouTube on like 2.5 times speed. So like the only shit I watch on normal speed is like NBA games, which I'm always watching normal speed, and like if I turn on the Golf Channel or whatever's on TV, like that I'll leave normal, obviously. But anything on YouTube, I'm definitely listening minimum 2 times speed.
Yeah, and that shit goes fast because I've tried to. I mean, I hear Molly listening to her books, and she listens to them faster, and I'm like, I can't even process what they're saying.
You can though, because it's literally like a learned skill. So when I started out, I first did 1.25 times because Lizzo, we're good, LOL. I first did 1.25 times because I thought the same as you. Like, if I go to 2, I'm not going to be able to fucking understand them. And so what happens is you start listening on 1.25 times. Then very quickly, you don't know the difference between 1 and 1.25. You feel like, oh, it's this like not different at all. So then you kick it up to 1.5. Then 1.5, you do notice it's going faster, but you get it pretty quickly. Like pretty quickly, you're like, I understand everything they're saying. That's when you jump it up to 2 times. And like what'll happen is if you wake up in the morning and turn on a YouTube video and go right to 2 times speed, it'll be rough. Like you won't follow it that fast, right? But in 20 minutes, and if you go to that shit, you can understand it. Kyle, try watching on 5 times speed. It's an available feature on YouTube Premium. Yeah, so
is that true?
It might be true. I thought it topped out at 4, but maybe it is 5. But the highest I've ever actually gone is 3 times speed. And 3 times speed is very dependent on
what you're watching.
Like I have to be not even what I'm watching. It's like I have to have had a good night's sleep. I have to have eaten well. I have to so I can actually tune in and lock in and focus. Because if you're listening on 3 times speed, if you zone out for 1 second, you're lost.
Yep.
You're done. You know what I'm saying? So like generally I like to stay at 2 to 2.5 time is like my sweet spot. But like anybody can teach themselves. And eventually you could do minimum, you could do 2 times speed for sure, but it'll take a little bit before you get there,
Yeah. Especially some of the people I've listened to podcasts before and some people talk OD slow.
And that's when you put them on 1.5 and they'll sound normal,
100%. Yeah. Like I told this to Molly today, and shout out to this guy, man, because he's like older guy. He probably doesn't talk to that many people, but like the route I take to pick up my daughters from school, I got to pass this dude's house every single day. So like, I'll go down, I'll pick them up, and then I have to walk by his house going home. And he'll always plan to do some shit outside of his house when I'm walking by.
Oh, no.
And it's gotten to a point where, like, now it's nice out. Like, you could find something to do in your yard or some shit. But, like, I feel like, hopefully he doesn't listen to this podcast, but, like, I feel like he does that shit. And I'm, like, his person to, like, get his social nut off for the day,
I have the same thing with a neighbor, same shit. Seemingly
Isn't it OD?
anytime...
Oh,
of course.
Oh, you see that spider?
No, I don't. I can't see it. Oh, I see it now. I saw it for just a split second. I think it ran off screen though.
Bigger in person. That shit.
Okay. I had the same thing as him though, chat. Whenever I would never really leave or come back. Oh, he's being attacked.
Bro, came out of the tissue. Oh fuck. Yo. I'm dead at. Oh.
Oh, imagine he gets bit by that shit.
All right, I got it.
Oh, that's gross. That's so gross.
That shit fucking came out of the tissue.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
on my lap. It was a big ass spider.
Oh my word. Damn, bro. That's crazy.
So I hate a neighbor who does the same shit.
Yeah, and like I felt the same way as you. Like I very rarely am I going somewhere or coming back, but why is it fucking every time I do? They're just like it's
not a coincidence.
Yeah, it's like I live in a simulation, and the simulation is just waiting. Like this person's gonna be there, even if I were to walk outside at 2:00 in the morning. It's like they're just gonna be there. Like that's how it works,
Yes, I weirdly saw on Twitter today. It was a picture of the director guy from the Truman Show. Let me fucking see if I can pull up what it said. But
that was a good movie. I really like that movie.
Mad good movie. It was like, here, this was it.
I can't. Can you read it for everybody? He's going
to the post office. Add 10 people in line. Oh, it's hard to read backwards.
Who have never mailed
anything in their entire life.
Yeah.
It's really like today. To your point, it felt like I was on the Truman Show because I was walking up the hill. He was outside doing his shit. Like last week, he was working on his garden. Later in the week, he was fixing some shit in his swimming pool in the back, but like came to the front to tell me about the shit that like the lining was off. And then today, he had his car like on some hinge shit, and it was kind of like up.
Oh no, he's one of those. He's one of those that works on his car.
So I hit him with like a,
damn,
like,
is everything good, bro?
Yeah, like he had it set up where like I have to say something. Like if you don't say something, you're kind of a dick. Because he's outside. We've established that we spoke already before, and I have to say like,
oh, you working on your car? Yeah.
So he's like the first time in 40 years that I had someone change my oil, and now it's not working. I'm like.
But like you're just preparing, like he's gonna talk for at least 5 minutes right now. He's gonna go for at least 5 minutes.
But here's my thing, like I feel like us from New York, like gangster New York, like Westchester, the city, Long Island, you pick up on cues. Like I'm walking away practically. Like I'm walking backwards as I talk to this dude. Like I don't know what energy you give off to the neighbor. Is it some vibe of like, I don't want to be doing this conversation anymore type of shit?
Well, out of social convention's sake, I'm always like, I try to give them a good like 3 minutes of like genuine interest. But what people don't know is, and I don't even think it's a New York thing. For me, it's just an introvert thing where it's like, I don't want to ever have a conversation with anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's an element of like, 24/7, I wish I was just in my bed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's it. That's a, oh, fuck. What's the movie? Oh, Office Space, where like he goes to work and he's just like, he doesn't really do shit at work. And then like, if you could do anything, what would you do? And he's like, I would just do nothing. Like that's sort of,
Yes.
deep down, that's sort of how I feel. So whenever I'm in one of those forced social situations, it always feels like, oh man, it takes a lot out of you to just do any sort of, that's the definition of an introvert, is when you have to do social stuff, it drains your battery. Whereas with an extrovert, if you do social stuff, it fills your battery. It's like you recharge when you're talking to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And like, here's my point. So this comment right here, like I'm the highlighted, like I said that to Molly, I was like, yeah, I'm walking away, but like, he's kind of like, oh, I talked to that guy again today. Like, like he's telling his wife, like, he's so nice.
Yeah,
but
that's why it's a nice thing to do. I hear you, but like that's how it is, bro. Like that's why you got to give him at least 2 or 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like make him feel like, oh, oh, that's cool, bro. And then that's it. It makes his day. Like that's how you got to look at it, is like you're making dude's day. So like if it means a lot to you and it's a minor inconvenience for me, then whatever, it's cool, But to your point, if you drag it on, like if he drags it on and it goes from like 5 minutes to 8 minutes, 8 minutes to 10 minutes, 10 minutes to like he's literally not giving you the out at all to get out the conversation, that's like, then it's at the point where like socially he's maladjusted, like he can't. Because to your point, everybody understands to one extent or another the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like you could deny him for a little bit, you could like put him aside for a little bit, but after a while, it's like you got to catch, to your point, if you're walking backwards away and you're like talking as you're walking, like you can't, like he can't like walk towards you and keep.
No, he still will walk towards me.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Like he'll hit me with like a 2 steps forward and get a little closer to me, and like I'll have to hit him with a shimmy. Like it's kind of like we're dancing in a weird way. Like I'll have to hit him with like 2 steps back on this shit. Like. Yeah, and it sucks because it's like my only route to go to the school, and it's like I fuck with him, but also like,
but also that time of day, like you're just trying to get through your chores.
Trying to get home. I'm just trying to get
chore.
Home.
Yeah, it's just a chore. Like bring the kids to school and go back. Like this is what you have to do. This is not like
and he knows that I'm on his paper route, so it's like I'm gonna be outside doing that shit. When does your neighbor catch you outside? Like if you just go out like on
anytime, if I went to the grocery store, if I went to see my mom, or whenever I would leave the house, it's just like it just so happens whatever time of fucking day it was, it's like right there. Right there. Like I said, it almost makes me feel like we do live in a simulation, and like that's just programmed into the fucking thing, like that you're just gonna talk to. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because like you would, to your point, you would imagine that like, yeah, maybe once every 10 times you see him, but like 9 out of 10 times you're not gonna fucking see him. And it's like, no, it's actually the opposite. It's like 9 out of 10 times you do.
Yeah. Imagine how many people when I used to take the train to New York City, like there would be the same people who took the train. There would be the same like route. Like when you would drive, you'd see the same cars and shit like that. Like there's probably so many people that go through their daily life of like, so like when I drive Cece to school, we take this one route and there's always this old lady that like will walk down the sidewalk in a pink jacket. We'll always see her. Like there's one kid in a house on halfway through the drive that like takes the bus. He's in a wheelchair. So like they'll bring down the ramp and all that shit. Like that bus, if I go at a certain time, I'll always hit that bus. It's just weird how like you do the same routine every morning for X amount of years, and like you'll see the same amount of shit, but then when it's thrown off one day, you're kind of like thrown out of whack a little bit. Like if he wasn't there one day, I'd be like, damn, that dude, did he die or some shit?
Yeah. Totally.
Like you're so used to it where like if you're going out, you'd be like, something's off today. Like the dude is not outside to like have his normal conversation shit with me.
But you would think that, like, to your point about when you let's say you take the subway every day or the train every day at the same time, it's like the same people with you. correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like in this country, it's not like you don't actually make friends with the people that you're traveling with in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys, everybody's just sort of in their own little world, right?
I feel like it's like work friends. Like I've made so many work
Yeah, but work
friends.
friends are at the actual office that you work at, right?
Yeah.
Not on the train that you're taking to get to the place where it's the same people every day, but nobody seems to talk to each other there, right?
They do and they don't. Like I remember when I took the Metro North, there's like that, there's like that 6-seater shit right in the front.
Yeah,
There's like the big shit.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be like a corny crew that would like sit there and like talk.
Okay.
So maybe they liked each other, but then like I'm sure if someone got fired, he's not like pulling back up to that crew.
Yeah, totally. But like it's interesting because I feel like in other countries it's like a guarantee that everybody who travels together would talk together. Commute friends, this person says. But isn't it unique? Are we uniquely antisocial now in this country where like does everybody feel like me where there's just I'm always in my own world type shit?
I feel like in New York, it's kind of like I went to Costco today with Noah, is my littlest baby, and after it was like 10:30 in the morning, so it was early when they opened, and then like we finished our grocery shopping, and then they have like the $1.50 pizza, they have like a fucking $1 hot dog, like their food is dumb cheap. So I was like, let's get a slice of pizza, like that'll be her lunch. I put her down in like the first bench shit, put my cart next to it, got the pizza, and like it was like a double bench, and some lady, she looked like unharming, like she looked like a regular ass lady, like regular clothes and shit, like not on some bummy shit. She kind of sat to the left of her and was like sitting there when there was mad other seats open, and she was like, oh, she's so cute, like, oh, I'm like, bitch, like you're coming off as mad weird right now, like, so like I feel like if that happened in South Carolina or some shit, like I'd be like, okay, like she's just like a nice lady.
But it
like,
felt out of place in New York, right?
Felt mad out of place, and I just wasn't like she ended up being like a regular ass lady. But I was like, why is this regular lady here? She doesn't have food. The food comes mad quick at Costco. Why is she sitting in the same shit as us? But then later, like her husband came, like he finished grocery shopping, so she sat with him in a different booth. But like at first, I was like,
what are you doing?
Why are you talking? Like, what are you doing? So yeah, I guess I don't know. I feel like I'm just scarred, and I feel like people are just scarred now to like have normal conversations with people.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's unique to this country, but I feel like we're sort of uniquely antisocial, and I don't know. Is it tied to like the rise of technology, and now we all got our phones, we could talk to our actual friends all the time, like so that when we don't want to talk to anybody new, like who the fuck are you? I don't fucking know you. We're not gonna make what are we gonna make a lifelong friendship at fucking Costco when you're talking to my kid? So it just feels. But then again, like I don't know, is that a flaw? Because it probably was better. It probably was better when everybody just would see each other in public and talk to each other in public. But then again, back in the day, like you didn't have a cell phone, you couldn't talk to people all the time. So like when you see somebody in public, it's like, oh shit, I could get some social interaction now, which I can't fucking get. But now like I could be laying in my bed watching a YouTube video, texting you and Bobby, talking about like the stats of the Knicks game or whatever the fuck. And like that's where I'm getting my social interaction by doing that shit. Like I don't need to like I blow a tire and some dude pulls over and he's like, hey, partner, want me to help you out? It's like now if somebody did that, I'd be like, are you trying to fuck me? Like you used to get away from me.
Or are you trying to kill me or some shit?
Yeah, you're trying to fuck me? You're trying to kill me? I know you're not just trying to help me change my fucking tire. That's not fucking happening. I know I got to pay somebody to do that shit,
Yeah, that happened one time I was upstate. It was like where Molly's from in upstate New York by Rochester. And I don't remember what happened, but someone was pulled over. And I think someone stopped to help them or some shit. I don't know how I saw the interaction. Maybe it was like in front of a store or something. But I was like, damn, that was like really nice of that person. Just stopped and was like, hey, do you need help, sir? And I was like, if they did that shit to me, I'd fucking like reach for a gun I definitely didn't have.
No, I feel you, man. That's the thing, like there are definitely places that still exist in the country. Like if you live in like rural Alaska and you're pulled over on the side of the road, guaranteed whoever drives by is like, you need help?
Yeah.
Because they know it's like way fewer people there. It's fucking cold. It's tough to survive. And it's just like, they're there like that. But to your point, if you're in fucking New York City, like you could have somebody, this part is fucked up, but if you could have somebody who's having like a heart attack in the subway and like nobody might actually call the fucking ambulance. Like people might just be like, yeah, somebody else probably did that shit. Or you might think like, yeah, it's a homeless person who's having a mental health episode. Like it wouldn't occur to you. And that's something I'm not sure I like. There are benefits to living in a city. Like being able to walk fucking anywhere, I think is awesome. But you know, that's the part of the city that feels like this is like less human than if you live in like a rural area and you need help and somebody helps. You know what I'm saying?
Dog, the guy who he was mad cool from Long Island. The guy, when I went to the urgent care on my thumb, the doctor was telling me like, he brings his daughter, because like we were talking about our daughters or whatever, and I was like, yeah, my daughter broke her arm at gymnastics, and I kind of had to like rush in and pull her out, and he was like, yeah, I'll sit at gymnastics and I'll see kids get hurt and stuff like that, and they'll always look around like, can anybody help, type of shit, and like he's like, I won't say shit, like, because I don't want to like put myself in that position to like have to help someone right there. And I was like, that's kind of fucked up, bro. And two, I was kind of respect that shit, man. Like you're just there as a dad watching your daughter do gymnastics. Like, why is it your responsibility to help someone? And then like, it's the same, like on a plane is different because you're in a contained shit. So like, he was like, yeah, one time on a plane it happened and I rose my hand and I helped him out. But like, I was like, okay, I respect that. But like, if you're out and about and you could call 911 and have an ambulance be there, like, I'm not stepping up. Like if someone was at a restaurant and they said out loud, they were like, hey, wait, when was the last time the Knicks won the championship? And I would be like, I don't want to answer this shit, man, because then it's like I'm opening myself up. Like people probably go to you for all politics shit, and you're like, I don't want to answer this shit because then you're gonna follow up that question with some other shit.
There's this thing that happens I think it's called diffusion of responsibility, where if there's enough people around, everybody thinks like, I don't need to do anything because somebody else will do it. You know what I'm saying? So in a weird way, it's like you're in a less safe and stable situation when there's so many people around. If something bad happens to you, you'd rather have like one person around where they feel like, because then they feel the moral of it. Like, oh shit, nobody else is here to help this person. I got to step up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess it's weird too, because I feel like for that guy, it'd be like, I could kind of save the day in this shit. But instead, he's just like, I could sit back in front like I'm just a garbage man or something like that. All right, I wanted to ask you a couple things I had here. Let me share this shit real quick. I wanted to see your thoughts on if you thought the Chipotle CEO fucked up. I don't know. Did you see his comments?
No, let me see this. Chipotle CEOs just asked for more comments in the backlash. Chipotle CEO Scott Boastright recently told Yahoo Finance's power players that if customers feel their bowls or burritos are being skimped on toppings, they should ask for a little more. He framed it as part of the brand's ethos. We serve big, beautiful bowls and burritos, blah, 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 blah. So wait, he's getting shit for this?
Yeah, because I mean, I guess it puts a lot of fucking pressure on the employees now, because like you could go in there and just be like, nah, put more on my shit, man. Your CEO fucking said like ask for a little bit more. And then it's like people are definitely going to abuse it.
Yeah, that's a good ass point. I didn't even consider that, but you're totally right. People will abuse it. But because
usually it says many points are extra toppings or surcharges. So like
me and Crystal go like pretty often to Chipotle. Every week we go to Chipotle at least once. And it's so crazy because virtually every time they bless me, where I'll get a bowl with brown rice, and I get like the peppers in that bitch. I'll get corn. I'll get the chicken with guac and like maybe like one or two other things. And like usually they bless it, bro, where it's like my shit is packed, right? But the other day I went and bro, my shit was like 1/3 full. It was like not even close to. And so for a moment like that, I didn't do it because you know me, I'm like not capable of doing it. But if I was a better, smarter person, I would have been like, you mind like you hook me up a little bit more? You know what I'm saying? Because like that's when it's for. No, I didn't say it. I can't. You know me, dog. I can't do that shit.
I feel like in a weird way, I could hit like saying the phrase, "Can you throw a little more on there?" is like I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but
I can't hit someone with like a,
give me
hey,
some.
My shit is fucked up. Like having like a
right.
Because they already got this shit in their hand. So it's almost like, yo, can you throw a little more on that bitch? Like, and it's like just a little extra like plop on there.
Yeah.
But if I'm working at Chipotle, I'm kind of tight at the CEO because now it's just like you have, even whether you say, yo, your CEO just said this shit, you have in the back of your mind, both of you, like, my CEO just said this shit. Like, throw some more on that shit.
And they definitely like I've seen they work hard at Chipotle, man. Like they're just nonstop up there, fucking one after the other, after the other, after the other. Like it must be hard. Damn, I want Chipotle now, man. We gotta stop talking about Chipotle.
Someone said save this video every time you walk in, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have a good Chipotle order, but like it's like I don't know. That's I felt like it was a bold thing for him to say because I know a lot of people go into Chipotle looking for, you know, tactics to like try and like, you know, they won't say double meat, and then they'll put their healthy scoop of chicken on the shit first, and then they'll say double meat so they can get more. You know, like that's a tactic I heard.
Interesting.
Like because if you told them double meat off the bat, they kind of you know.
I wonder if, but was there like an order from on high where they were like, we need to hit him with some shrinkflation ass bowls because beef is expensive as a motherfucker these days. You know,
that could be true too.
So like, is he saying that because so if you're him, you give the order behind the scenes like, hey dog, I need you guys to we need to shrinkflation this bitch up because we're struggling, we're losing money because it's shit expensive now. So if you're him and you say that on the back end, then you go to the public and you go, hey, if it's a little bit, just go ahead and ask for a little more. Then you win on both ends because you look like the good guy by saying.
That's playing some fucking next level chess shit. That's genius, bro.
And he might have done that shit. I feel like he might have done that shit because, like I said, that one time I went to Chipotle, it was recently, and it was like, you normally like triple this amount in my bowl. Like, what happened? It felt like it had to be some order from an order from someone. Because it was it wasn't like a little off. It was like a lot off.
Yeah.
Where it's like, nah. This is not normal. This is not normal shit, you know?
Interesting. You know where they slay you? And Molly put me onto this because I never even knew about this. They don't promote this, but they have like the salad dressing they keep in the fridge. They got like that little like reddish salad dressing shit. And they put like a drop in the fucking little container. So you got to ask for like 2 of those shits. And sometimes they're shiesty with that. They don't share that shit away.
I always found that when you get the quesadilla, like that shit is sort of small as fuck. Like if you order the quesadilla at Chipotle, like you kind of got to get 2 of them bitches.
Yeah.
Like you can't just get one. And I feel like at one time, if you ordered a quesadilla, it was like bigger. Now it's super smaller. So when I get a bowl, most of the time the bowl is like double the amount of food as the quesadilla, you know?
Oh, a bowl of quesadilla is like night and day. That's 2 different things.
Facts.
I went to KFC and they've got like Monday through Friday, they got all these different deals, and I kind of fucked up hard because we went on a Wednesday and it was like, it said on this shit like bucket of chicken wings or something like that. And I was like, all right, I could like, whether it's a chicken wing, like, you know, Buffalo Wild Wing, the small shit, or like a leg, I'll take a bucket of that shit. Fuck it. It was like $10 or something like that. And then it said 4 sides or something like that was another $10. I don't know. I got for like $25. And it wasn't even all legs of chicken. Like I don't know if they just like, I don't know if they like were just getting rid of chicken pieces on me and not giving me all the legs, but whatever they did, you can't get a bucket of chicken should just be all legs. Anybody who likes like the thick thigh breast shit. It's so, I don't even know how you like. I try to eat it. It's
hard. Yeah, you gotta like break the shit and fucking.
You gotta break it, and but their shit is not even like breakable. Like their shit is like thick. Like it kind of looks like my cast. Like it's like it's like just mad. It looks like this. It's just like mad. It's this shape.
So was it annoying to eat, or was it not a lot of food? Like which was it, or was it both of those things?
Both. It was annoying to eat, and like there was only like 2 legs in this shit, and it wasn't like. It's not enough white meat in this type of like chicken shit where you can use a fork and a knife and like cut it out because it's still like. So I've always loved KFC's chicken, but I kind of really hate. I don't know how anybody likes the thigh shit from there.
Yeah, I'm more of a leg guy myself.
I gotta say I'm a leg guy too.
Yeah, and you're right. KFC's got good ass chicken. I haven't had it in a minute, but KFC's got good ass chicken. We discussed this where I said I picked that over Popeye's chicken personally.
Yeah, but KFC's been joining with a lot of Taco Bells lately. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, bro. And you know what? In my experience, they're not as good when they have the double shit.
Right? Yeah, it's a little different, right?
We got one by us here, and like the worst Taco Bell I've had was from that Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Normally Taco Bell's on point. They
Hitting.
freak it.
Yep.
But then when you have the double ass shit, nah, man, it's like stale. It was bad. It was bad.
I feel like it happened overnight too, because it was like there used to be standalone Taco Bells.
Yeah, we still have standalone Taco
Oh, you still
Bells.
have
Yeah,
standalones?
yeah. But there is one near us that's not standalone, and like I wouldn't go there again.
Oh, I feel like every Taco Bell and every KFC that I've seen recently has joined
Is
forces
two
on
in
some
one?
double shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it kind of throws me off too, because I'll be like ordering from someone in a Taco Bell outfit some KFC shit, or ordering KFC shit from someone in a Taco Bell outfit. And like mentally, that could throw your meal off too.
Totally. Yeah.
Like if you're ordering Italian food at a Mexican restaurant, you're gonna be like, yo, this food is not hitting the same, even if this shit is super hitting.
Well, put it in the chat if you guys have had KFC or Taco Bell from a mixed one that tastes just as good, or like top tier, because I haven't. Classic chicken taco hell.
Nah, they're bugging.
Guys are good. What blasphemy is this? No, I'm with Corin, bro. We had Wingstop the other day again. I can confirm Wingstop is dope as fuck. It's
flavors, or you go new flavors?
I got so I because it was so good, I got the garlic parmesan again, but this time I also got Korean barbecue flavor, bro.
Oh, that sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it was so fucking good, man. It was good. It was good. I highly recommend it. And then Lowell got the hickory barbecue shit, which that shit looked delicious. But Crystal had both, and she said the Korean barbecue was better than the hickory barbecue shit.
They do boneless and bone-in?
Yeah, but I always get boneless.
Yeah, I fuck with boneless so hard.
It was good as fuck, bro. It was good. Yeah.
I mean, they got to have like honey barbecue, right? That's like a staple.
I'm sure they do. I don't remember everyone I saw. I noticed one that stuck with me was they had like the scale of what's hot, like, from the mildest to the hottest. And the most mild was Hawaiian. And I've had Hawaiian shit before. Good. Yeah, it's good. It's like sweet. So I can't wait. Next time I go again, I'm going to keep trying different ones. I still haven't tried the lemon pepper, but everybody says the lemon pepper, like, amazing.
The lemon pepper is good all around. All right, a couple more things, then we'll get to super chats. But we didn't even talk about the Knicks, bro. It's like,
bro, we're on a generational run right now. This shit is crazy. I just sent you right before we came on air here. I just sent you insane fucking stats. Okay, here we go. Let me pull it up here. So it says historic start to the postseason for New York, surpassing the 2017 Warriors at plus 170. The Knicks at plus 194 have the best point differential through 10 games to start a playoffs in NBA history.
Yeah, it's wild.
Draxen, the Golden State Warriors in their prime, Draxen, the 96 Bulls. Like, what are we talking? Draxen, every LeBron team. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
Yeah. When I watched that Sixers game on Sunday, they were like 10 of 11 in the first quarter from 3, and then just couldn't miss. It was like, I was texting a kid we know, Tim Z, and he texted me, he was like, what is this team? And I was just like, I've never felt this before. He was like,
we're just blowing teams out like it's nothing. Like,
and now we have like a week's rest where OG can rest. The Cavs and Pistons are gonna like battle it out. They're only 2-1.
Yep.
So like that could potentially go 7. People are shitting on James Harden. Like, it's weird, but I'm not even like worried about the next round. It's almost like just fast forward to like Knicks OKC.
Bro, we literally like embarrassed the Hawks first, where we like blew them out by record numbers when their season was on the line. Embarrassed them. Like, I know a Hawks fan, and he texted me like, I don't even know what to say right now. Like, this is humiliating. Then we smack around Philly.
It wasn't even cool. Like our fan, like we took over their arena. The lady, the clip you sent to the lady doing the interview. Her last name was Corin, by the way, which is kind of gangster.
That is kind of crazy. Like you get the sense that even if we didn't play our starters, we would have beat them. Like our bench would have smacked up and down.
Yep.
You know? And so you look at that and you're like, to your point, it's like, where does this go from here? Because the Pistons are relatively untested, right? Like they had a great regular season, but this is the deepest run they've ever made thus far.
Yeah, you know Magic almost beat them. Like they're not like.
And the Cavs, we've beaten before. Like very, very similar Cavs team, except now they got Harden, who's old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like that feels like honestly, who would you rather face? Because I told you I'd rather face the Sixers than the Celtics, and that we just smacked. I think we would have beat the Celtics too, but we smacked. So for the next round, I honestly think I don't know. I think I'd rather play the Pistons than the Cavs.
I agree with you. I still feel like Donovan Mitchell's a beast. He can go off and like
Right.
take off. Like James Harden is still James Harden.
He can still drop 30 like for no reason. Yeah.
100%. Like he's still a fucking superstar. The Pistons, I feel like, are just so inconsistent where their guys, I feel like, can get rattled a little bit more.
Yep.
We beat them last year. Like I feel like we kind of, I feel like they're more unreliable. I don't know the right word I'm looking for, but
they're more up and down. Yeah, they're more inconsistent. They're more like, you get a mishmash of everything. But I mean, shit. If bro, can you imagine how excited New York is going to be if we get to the finals, bro? Oh my god.
I want it to be a cool finals, like New York versus like a sexy market. Yeah, but like, I mean,
Spurs or OKC, it's going to be.
It's going to be OKC. Like you saw Wemby throw that OD elbow.
I did. That was crazy. I was shocked by that because I agree with the refs. It was a flagrant 2. I think it was a flagrant 2.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you're getting beat up every single series for the whole season, like like his coach was right. He was like, I'm happy the guy didn't get hurt, Naz Reid, but you got to defend yourself at some point.
I hear you. And
different players get ref differently.
And you're also right that there was like literally 1,000 different little things that they did to him that we didn't see that built up the frustration, and he finally 100%. Flipped out and threw the elbow.
Yep.
But also, like, I think the Spurs would have won that game if Wemby didn't do that.
Yeah, it was a 2-point game. I saw that too. It was
so like it was genuinely like a Draymond dumbass type move. Like that's a Draymond type move where like you're literally costing your team a win because of this. So like you sort of got to get it together, But I don't know if you saw this. Shea. So Shea he's an amazing basketball player. That's obvious, right?
Mm-hmm.
But somebody posted a video that I watched on YouTube of like how he acts off the court and like the shit he says when he's being interviewed by the media. And like now I fucking hate him. I just
what type of shit is he saying? Like,
so he tries to aura farm. Like everything is like an attempt to aura farm. And somebody tweeted like the shit he says is so that like 14-year-olds on Reddit could like quote what he says and act like it's fucking epic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was talking about like being in a flow state. I got to find my flow state and stuff like that. He dresses in this weird ass like fashionista type like, fur shit. Like sort of look like on some Kyle Kuzma type shit. Not as crazy, but like kind of pretty bad.
Yep.
And like, I don't know. It's just trying way too hard to be cool and trying to like, instead of like stars, a lot of stars, like when they win and when they have an accomplishment, they like get super excited and they fucking like, you see a lot of passion, but like he's kind of the opposite where he tries to act like cool and calm and collected. And it's just like, you're trying too hard, bro. Like you're allowed to be excited about the shit. So now I sort of hate him after watching that video.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Like you watch his press conference and like, I mean, like he is supposed to be marketable because he has a sneaker and he's like the star player on like a whole team. But like you watch him in press conferences and it's literally just like with the microphone, like.
Yeah. And his whistle, he gets the best fucking whistle in the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so OKC can foul the shit out of the Lakers and it's fine. Mm-hmm. But the Lakers foul OKC and they will blow the whistle on the Lakers like that against OKC. You touch them, the whistle goes off.
Yeah.
And like the fact that OKC fans gaslight the world as if that's not the case is very disturbing to me.
Yeah.
Because like, bro, we have like, I've watched compilations of like 8 plays in the same game where like, he gets tapped and it's, you go to the free throw line. Then you see LeBron getting fucking hacked, no whistle whatsoever. And it's like, why? What's going on here? And it makes you think like, what's going on? Is there some fucking FanDuel or DraftKings or gambling like rigging going on? That's what it feels like,
Yep. Someone asked it earlier, but do you think this could be LeBron's last game? Apparently he's wearing a sneaker that like was like some like tribute to like end of the road type of shit. I don't think it's his last season. But what are your thoughts on if they lose tonight? You think it's his last game?
I can't imagine that. He's still so good. Like
so good, yeah.
You got to have some decline, or else why would you retire? Like you have to show some signs of like, I agree. I don't have it anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like
even like the preparation he puts into the game, like you could do half of that shit and still be a decent NBA player. At his age.
So, and I don't think he doesn't want to be just like a role player, but like he's not a role player. Like he's not playing like a role player. And so, he's got options. I mean, I don't know. Like, will the Lakers pick him back up? if he takes a discount? Like what, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like
don't even think he do like how like he shouldn't even take a discount, you know? Like it's like
yeah, but if I'm him, I probably do just
because of his age type
because like
shit,
you don't
right?
want to leave LA, you don't want to move, your family's settled. So that's the only thing that makes me think maybe he would retire now is because if he doesn't have a deal with the Lakers yet, which he doesn't, and he doesn't want to take a discount, which he probably doesn't want to take a discount, then like yeah, he's gonna be like, yeah, I'll fucking retire. Because here's what I noticed about him lately. Bro is obsessed with golf.
Yeah, he is.
Bro watches as much YouTube golf as I watch.
But he posts about it so much where it's almost like we get it. Like where Steph Curry's really good at golf, he never posts about it.
But that's the thing is like it's LeBron's new obsession.
Yeah.
Like he's obsessed with it.
It's
and when you
shiny
have
new toy.
a guy with his personality and he gets obsessed with some other shit, then he probably is thinking about retirement. 'Cause he's like, there's so much shit I can do. I could start my own YouTube golf channel. I can go play all the other YouTube golf channels. I can get obsessed with the game and try to become like a scratch handicapper, like a 10 handicapper better. Like now the wheels are probably turning in the same way that like Kobe got into fucking like filmmaking. LeBron's obviously golf is going to be his thing.
Yeah.
So like he might feel now like I'm sort of done. Like it's sort of a pain in the ass to wake up early and go through the whole process and take the ice baths and do the sauna and fucking work out. And this, like, it's possible that he's like, I'm done here, you know?
To that real quick, the Wizards got the first overall pick.
Bro, right now on paper, it's kind of fascinating that you got Trae Young, you got Anthony Davis, and now you got AJ DeBonsa. So in theory, they're good, but now I heard they're already talking about potentially trading
right
AJ
so he can stay in Utah.
So he could stay in Utah, which I guess that means we get Lauri Markkanen, right?
No, not from Kansas, Darren Peterson.
No. We wouldn't get Lauri Markkanen.
Oh, like a trade. Yeah, Markkanen.
Trade.
But you would still get like the second overall pick then too.
Oh, so we get Markkanen and him? That'd be
yeah. They like because the Jazz have the second overall pick. So they'd be trading the second pick and Markkanen for just to get to the first pick.
Oh.
So they can keep AJ in Utah, and then the Wizards would take Darren Peterson from Kansas, who's like a guard who would pair up with AD well. So they would have a point guard in Trae Young. They'd have a shooting guard in Darren, and they'd have the big in Anthony Davis. And then they still have
Alex Sarr.
Sarr, who was like, wasn't he?
He got a little bit. Yeah, he got a little better. He was a top pick. I think he was a number 1 pick, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, he was a top pick. Well, and he's gotten better over the years. So yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. They could genuinely be a playoff team next year, you know. But it depends on what moves they make and shit.
And it depends on the health of everybody too.
Right. Facts.
All right, let's get to some super chats. I have some other stuff, but I'll save it for next week. But let's lock in here.
Hit me with your best shot. Lord of the Viltrumites, thanks for the $5. Bring me the Grand Regent on Kyle and Core next week. I'm turning 20 this week and have been watching you 2 to 3 years now. You're turning only 20?
That's crazy.
You can't even legally drink, bro. And no offense, but you said I've been watching you 2 to 3 years as if that's like any amount of time at all.
Yeah,
that's like nothing, dog. Like there are people watching this right now who've been watching me since 2015. Like 2015, bro. It's 11 years in this bitch.
Yeah.
So
but you respect it, but you gotta come with stronger receipts than that, Lord. But you're a real one. You got a couple more here.
Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Why can't we just ignore SCOTUS when they rule against us instead of packing it? The law is only as strong as we allow. Time for us to become outlaws. I mean, look, if all else fails, you do what you got to do, right? And like, no doubt the Republicans do that shit when they feel like doing it. But obviously, it's better to have some sort of, legal rationale to what you do. It's just how you get to that point. And if that means like Graham Plattner says, let's impeach Supreme Court judges. Like, okay, fine. That would make sense. That would open up, that door. Or pack the court. That would open up that door. Or the Virginia Democrats had this whole like plan of, hey, here's how we can overturn the results. And like, you got to do it one way or another. The question is how you dot the I's and cross the T's. But I would argue that the way you do it kind of matters. Kyle, get Valhalla VFT on KKF. His politics are a mix of your beliefs as well as Tucker Carlson's, anti-Trump, MAGA, but also America First. Yeah, I think I've been recommended that guy's videos a couple times. I haven't really dug deep into them or watched many of them, but perhaps I'll take a look and see what I think. Appreciate you, bro. Cole, thanks for the $5. What are your thoughts on cell phone bans in schools? I'm kind of mixed on them. Like I could imagine if I was back in school and they tried to do that, I'd be like, fuck you. Like, shut the fuck up. Get out of here.
We also didn't have like the same type of phones like now, though.
Yeah, we didn't have the actual crack headphones that are like, no, these are like everything is on the phone. We didn't have that. You're right about that. But I'm kind of mixed. On the one hand, like, I kind of see why they're doing it, because I'm sure it like improves the attention span. I'm sure like some kids just can't focus when they have the phone on them, and it's causing all sorts of problems. So I guess my position at the moment is like, let's wait and see what the evidence shows. Like, was this really beneficial? Was it not beneficial? What are the upsides? What are the downsides? So I'll just say I'm agnostic on it at the moment.
It's almost like when we've been to like like Rogan's comedy shows, or I've been to a lot of comedy shows, and they'll take your cell phone
and put it in a bag. Yeah.
But to your point, you don't know. Maybe if like people leaked out little fucking footage from the comedy shows, like it'd encourage people to go to the shows or something like that. Like
yeah, like that's the thing. It's always been. It feels like overkill for the comedy shows in particular. You know, like I get why comics would want that to be the case, but it's also like a little bit arrogant and obnoxious and up your own ass to do that. You know. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm kind of torn on it. Dominic, thanks for the $5. Do either of you have a top 5 movies of all time? I definitely don't, but as we've repeatedly said on the show, I think Denzel is one of the greatest actors of all time. I think Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the greatest actors of all time. I think you brought up Meryl Streep, right, Corin? You've said she's
I like Jim Carrey movies. Yeah,
Jim Carrey you love. So like we have actors we like. I certainly have movies I like, but we never done like an official top 5. I haven't thought about it as thoroughly as like real movie heads have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. Thanks, Thomas.
Empire, thanks for the $5. I'm asked if a movie is old. I'm like, no, not old. It released in 2012. They're like, oh, so 14 years ago. I feel old. Also, your top 3 movies and TV. Damn, bro. We were just talking about this a little bit. I'll give you TV because that's a little easier for me to answer, but you got to go like Sopranos, The Wire, maybe Breaking Bad. That's what I would probably go with. And maybe, Game of Thrones potentially in there. Who does it knock out? Maybe Breaking Bad, but it's kind of hard to do because Breaking Bad's amazing.
It's also like you got to split up categories too. Like someone would say the Simpsons or South Park is in that type of shit. Like
right, yeah. Where I'm going like hardcore, like drama.
Yeah, like there's there's so many different types of like facts. Someone would be like Survivor's my top 3 TV show.
Right. Like reality show type shit. So I'll give you TV. Movies, that one's hard, bro. I can't really do that off the top of my head. I'll give you my number 1 is Denzel movie called Out of Time, where he plays a cop. Yeah, I fuck with that movie. So
yeah, anyway, and I mean, Training Day's goated too.
Training Day's amazing. Man on Fire. Oh, shit. I mean,
I love The Truman Show. That's
John Q.
One of my favorite ones.
John Q is a phenomenal movie about healthcare. Yeah, it's incredible. Scheistermeister, thanks for the $5. It feels like when people use the both sides argument, they really just want to shit on the left, but are forced to acknowledge the evil on the right. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I'm just, I just find it so unpersuasive at this point in history with all the shit the right is doing. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of legitimate criticisms of Democrats, but like everything in perspective, bro. Like there's magnitudes to this shit, and stop pretending like there's not.
Facts.
HG Trip, thanks for the $5. The older I get, the more I believe debating dumb people is way harder than debating smart people, especially dumb people who think they are smart. That's true, bro. That's true. And the process of somebody changing their mind is like a very personal thing that lasts a long time. It's not like a simple thing. And I think people, naively believe like, oh yeah, they'll just like, it's like flipping a switch. And it's like, no, it never is like that,
Yep. Thanks, HG.
Isaac, thanks for the $5. Kyle, Sarah Sherman, SNL cast member, follows you and you don't follow her back. I did not know that. I don't even know who Sarah Sherman is, but I guess I'll take a look. Shout out to her.
Yo, follow her back, man. Let's get tickets to SNL.
RSN, thanks for the $5. I was watching the San Francisco rally last week with Shoykat Hassan and Jamal Bowman and a few Justice Dem Congress candidates. Very fun and great energy. Yeah, man, that's the future right there. That is the future. It's happening, and you love to see it. And they can't help themselves. They go after Hassan viciously because they see the energy and they see how popular it all is, and so they're panicking, and they should panic. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. Isaac, thanks again for the $5. Corin, if you caught your kids smoking reefer when they're in high school, how would you react? It's a good question.
I don't think I'll get totally mad. I mean, like I would just like ask like what the situation was. Like I don't know. I don't really get. I wouldn't get mad. I think my daughters would be smart enough to not do that shit at high school. If they're with their friends, who the fuck cares? I wouldn't be like one of our friends had a parent that would like do that shit with their kids and stuff like that, and I was like,
you would be sitting
that's weird,
bro. We'd be sitting at the poker table, and the father and son would be hitting the shit and passing it back and forth, and it would be like we would leave there feeling like not only high on weed but like high on fucking like heroin or some shit. Like they were smoking laced shit and blowing it.
They laced their shit, bro. They laced it one time when I had like he made me smoke that shit and laced it when I went back to high school, and I felt like I was in that scene in Training Day where
Yeah,
that guy
yeah,
was
we're
in the
in the
car.
traffic. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I wouldn't get upset or anything like that.
Check you later. Thanks for the $10. Republicans and HOAs have one thing in common. You have to fight them when necessary and drag it to the finish line, just like lowering the retirement age for SCOTUS and using fair maps for Democrats. Yeah, that's exactly right. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing enough fight at the moment. It's making me kind of nervous and upset. Empire, thanks again, man. I hate the dominance of social issues because of their disproportionate coverage in U.S. media and how they're used to distract us from the economic inequality. Yay, we have more female CEOs and politicians. Yeah, to be fair, I haven't seen much, I haven't seen much like overt identity shit coming from the left in a long time. Now, when you see identity shit, it's like white nationalists who are like shitting on Muslims or Jews or whatever, So I would say
at the roast of Kevin Hart.
you're right. Yeah, shitting on Puerto Ricans. Like that's the sort of identity politics I see these days. So I haven't seen much of that in quite a few years. Empire, appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Empire.
Justin, thanks for the $5. Hey guys, has Chipotle fallen off in your opinion? I feel like it's not the same, and I do unspeakable things for 2017 burrito from there, bro. Justin, I'm just gonna tell you right now, like, go to a different Chipotle because they do vary from place to place. Like
100%.
the one that's closest to us is not that great, but there's one that we pass when we're going into DC, which is phenomenal, and so we make a point of trying to go to the one that's phenomenal because there is big variation from place to place. Just so you know.
I couldn't agree with that shit more. I feel like there's some people who work the stoves that like when they put all those chickens on there, like take pride in the seasoning and like the shit they're doing to it. So to Kyle's point, yeah, I think every Chipotle differs. So try a different one and you might get your bearings back because the Chipotle is still banging as fuck. Like you could still fuck up a whole Chipotle meal.
Bro, the one that we go to, it's like a bunch of like older Latina ladies who are working behind.
They probably freak that shit.
Unbelievable. Every time, unbelievable. Then the one that's by us, it's like some white lady who doesn't want to be there, and it's just like, nah, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. Try a different one, Justin.
Yeah. Official Varnon, thanks for the $5. Kyle, don't you think that you shot yourself in the foot by being smug on Piers Morgan? You could have had more frequent invites if you were yourself. I've been invited like 5 times since then, bro. Like, it's the exact opposite. So Piers Morgan, understand something about this, bro. It's all a show. It's all like WWE. That's what Piers Morgan is like. He literally comes from like the tabloid world. So like the more sensationalist it is, the more over the top it is. That's what he lives for, right? And so when I went in there wearing sunglasses and being a douchebag, I was playing his game perfect. Like, that's what he wanted to see, dog. Like, that's what he was fucking high-fiving behind the scenes with his, like, producer. Like, yeah, we finally got somebody who gets it, right? And so I've been invited multiple times since then. So you're misreading it. Like, I feel like you're a smart person and you're just taking them at face value. Like, oh, they're just, like, debating the issues. Like, no, they want fucking fireworks, right? They want fireworks. They want spectacle. And so I delivered. I also happened to deliver on the substance because I was right on the substance. But I put a show on. And so it's the opposite. Like, by me doing that, I probably am getting more invites than I would have otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
RSN, thanks for the $5. Kyle and Corin, what's your preferred dipping sauce for wings? Also, does ranch belong on pizza? Good question. So I don't think I've done that much at all, but like I'm not opposed to it. If I see some ranch sitting there and I got some crust, I would dip the crust in that shit immediately. And my preferred dipping sauce for wings, it depends, right? Because like there can be some house-made ranch that is fucking phenomenal, but there could also be some house-made blue cheese that's fucking phenomenal. So like basically in my mind, they're kind of even until proven otherwise, where a place will either be better on one or the other. But like I'm a fan of all. Corin knows this. I'm a fan of like all dipping sauces, bro.
Yep.
I'm a dipping sauce king. Give me a meal with like 3 or 4 dipping sauces, I'm in heaven.
Yeah. I'm opposite where I'm straight ranch. I will eat blue cheese if that's the default sauce that's like there. If they don't have ranch, I prefer ranch though. I don't like ranch on my pizza, but I've seen people religiously fuck that shit up. Like they'll order extra ranch and dip the whole glob in that shit. So I don't think it doesn't belong on there, but.
And I will say, at Wingstop, their blue cheese is fucking A+++++.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, so then I would fuck it up, yeah.
Their ranch has a little less flavor than your typical ranch, and their blue cheese is next level, so I'd highly recommend the blue cheese at Wingstop.
I might do a video on Wingstop. I gotta try
bro,
that.
I really want you to do it, because, like, Now, to be fair, I have been told, Bobby said to us that like it's really hit or miss depending on the place you go to.
Oh, interesting.
But like, I hope you pick a good spot because the spot, each one I've been to has been fucking amazing. I love it.
See, I'd be curious why that is the case because I feel like sauce is sauce. You know, like it's not like they're making the
Yeah,
sauce.
man, I don't know, dog. I don't know because I agree. When I read Bobby saying that, I was like, really? Because the ones I've had were just good. They were just good.
banging.
And oh, bro, their fries, bro. Oh my god.
Fries are good too?
You would love their fries.
Fuck,
They're a little thicker. Like I know you like steak fries.
Yeah, yep.
They're a little thick. They're not as thick as steak fries, but they're a little thicker than your average fry, and they're just like, they're just phenomenal.
Okay, I'm Wingstop.
Joshua, thanks for the $10. Kyle, any thoughts on Chris Stuckman, the film reviewer turned film critic, who decided not to criticize any films and who also began taking corporate money from gambling and cash advance sites? Well, I don't know anything about him other than what you're telling me here, but assuming all this stuff is true, he's a sellout. So there's really not much else to say. You know, he's just somebody who's chasing the bag. And we got way too many of those people running around, that's for sure.
Facts. Thanks, Josh.
Bells, thanks for the $10. Don't you think after all Minnesota has been through, we deserve to win a championship game? Both the Wild and Wolves are in the second round of the playoffs. It's funny you mentioned that, Bells, because right now on the TV behind me, I don't get the channel that's playing the NBA game. The Cavs are playing the Pistons right now. So I have on the Wild game.
Oh.
Yeah, I have that on right now.
Who are they playing?
I think it's the Avalanche. I think they're playing the Avalanche. It's commercial break right now, but I think it's 1-1 and it's Avalanche. So anyway, I hope I'll give it to you. In fact, I'm sort of rooting for the Wolves, but not for any altruistic reason. I'm rooting for them because they're injured, and I think we could destroy them in the finals.
Yeah, Minnesota usually gets their teams to the post. Like the Twins are always in the postseason, but they usually run up against big market teams. They'll always play the Yankees, and the fucking Yankees will just blow the doors off the Twins every single series.
Yes, and the Wild. Hey, I'll give you that. Let's have the Wild win the Stanley Cup. Let's see that.
That'd be dope. They have a good fan base. I think I was in Minnesota one time, and I tried to go to a Wild game on like a regular ass night. It was like $80 for a ticket on like a regular. I was like, that's too expensive for Minnesota hockey.
Yeah, but they got their pride, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know? Walter, thanks for the $5. Hey guys, I was wondering, as an anarchist, what do you guys think of anarchism? Would you support it if someone could convince you that it could work? Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not too deep in the weeds of like, different kinds of left-wing or anti-government theory, but I read a book back in the day, Chomsky on anarchism, and he argued for this thing called anarcho-syndicalism. So I think he made a pretty sound argument. Obviously, I think he's a brilliant guy, and I generally consider myself a fan of every left-wing ideology, both anti-government left-wing ideologies and pro-government left-wing ideologies. So yeah, if I was given a really convincing sounding argument, for sure I could consider myself that. But
is it anarchy? Isn't that like burning shit down?
No, that's how it's like sort of smeared. Like the way the word is used colloquially is that where like people say, "Oh, it's anarchy," meaning like, yeah, shit's burning down. There's riots. There's chaos. But anarchism is actually like a form of government that's like highfalutin and intellectual and well thought out and well argued for. So yeah. But anyway, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate it.
Walter.
Joshua, thanks for the $10. Also, do you think Michael Knowles is too smug to actually be embarrassed by you and Mehdi Hassan, or do you think both got to him? I don't know, because most Republicans are just dead-eyed sociopaths, and I think he's probably no different on that front, but he might be too dumb to realize how much he got pounded. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might be too dumb to realize how much Mehdi and myself owned him. But I kind of hope he's not, just so that he wakes up in a cold sweat and goes, what have I fucking done? So, but he's the only one who can answer that question. Laura, thanks for the $5. Kyle, Corin and Kyle, F, marry, kill, Arby's, Denny's, Wiener Schnitzel. Pause. I look forward to your love every Monday. All love from Seattle. Well, shout out to you, Laura. Let me see here. Fuck, marry, kill, Arby's, Denny's, and Wiener Schnitzel. I'm gonna go.
I've never had Wiener Schnitzel. I don't think I have either. So I'm gonna go kill Wiener Schnitzel. Same.
I'm going to go marry Arby's, fuck Denny's.
Wow. I was going to go marry Denny's and F Arby's.
Well, I would say the reason I say that is because I always talk shit about Arby's because it's a funny sounding name. So like I use Arby's a lot. Sometimes in my show, I'll be ranting like, this guy's not even fit to fucking manage an Arby's, never mind run the country. Like I'll say some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I've even said like if you catch your kid, like, doing drugs behind a dumpster at an Arby's, like if you love him, you try to help him. You know what I'm saying? Like I've said shit like that. But I only say it because Arby's is a funny sounding word. But when Crystal finally got me to try Arby's, I was like, oh shit, Arby's, that's you. Like, it was good, bro. It was fucking genuinely good. Like, shout out to Arby's because they don't get enough love, man. Like, they got some good ass shit over there.
Yeah, I guess there's not enough around me to kind of put them in the married category yet.
It, bro. Like, people like Hardee's. Who thinks of fucking Hardee's? Nobody thinks of Hardee's.
Hell no. Nobody thinks of Hardee's.
Yeah,
they probably got some banging ass shit too.
Exactly. That's sort of my point, you know? Keith Black, thanks for the $10. Philosophical question. At one point, does an unwillingness to meet violent injustice with commensurate force become negligence? Scary question, I know. I mean, I would say we're not too far from it right now, you know? Like, tomorrow I'll talk about this, but there was a sign that the Democrats were going to do whatever they could to overturn this Supreme Court decision in Virginia to throw out the gerrymandering.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you about that shit, but I knew it would come up in the Superchats.
And then the fucking like Democratic governor of Virginia, Abigail Spanberger, and like the Democratic leader in the House were like, yeah, we're not going to do that because it's too extreme. And it's like, no, bitch, the extreme thing was what the court just did. And so like you have to fight fire with fire. You got to like get out there and do some shit to overturn it. Like, don't be a bitch. Don't lay in an outline of yourself, a chalk outline of yourself, and act like we'll just pretend like the Republicans aren't fucking beating our ass all up and down the state. And so yeah, at this point, the fact that they came out and said like, oh, it's too extreme for us to react is like, you're sort of being negligent now. This is negligent. This is not like, this is like, now you're complicit. Like, you're sort of the useful idiot of the other side. And you shouldn't be in a position of power if you're not going to fight back. So I would say we're kind of there now, Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
Metalhead Matt, thanks for the $5. For California voters like me, why should lefties like Roe and Bernie trust beneficiaries of a rigged system, Epstein-class billionaires, Steyer, Pritzker, to lead it? Well, first of all, I would say everybody is welcome to their skepticism of any and all billionaires. I wholeheartedly believe that, because the fact of the matter is probably upwards of 90% of them are like genuinely evil to their core, right? So right off the bat, I'll just say you're under no obligation. If you don't like them, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is, if you're even slightly open-minded enough to the idea that maybe there are some that are decent, I would say FDR came from immense wealth, and he was one of the best presidents we've ever had, if not the best president we've ever had. He's the one who took on the economic royalists. He was a class traitor, as they called it. And that a guy like Tom Steyer, if you take him at his word, which I understand if you don't, but if you do take him at his word, he's saying, I'm a class traitor. Like, I want to tax the fucking rich. I'm going to abolish ICE. I'm going to try to prosecute Stephen Miller. And so all I would say is, in this moment, all we have are everybody's words, and his words are the furthest left. So, you know, given that fact, I would roll the dice on him over anybody else. But fully clear-eyed, the fact that perhaps he's not going to be as good at governing as he is on the campaign trail. But I will say I would be shocked if he was not better than Gavin Newsom. I think he'll be left of Gavin Newsom for sure. So that's what I would say.
Thanks, Matt.
Mr. Game Day, thanks for the $5. Scenario: Knicks are in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, but it's on a Monday night. Are you choosing watching the finals or Kyle and Corin? It's a good-ass question, bro.
I think we might have to cancel Kyle and Corin that night.
Yeah, or I would find a way to have it set up in the background where we could watch and we could talk, you know.
Facts. We've done big-time games before where even Kyle hasn't been watching and Crystal will give updates or something like that. So, like,
true.
We'll get the info one way or the other.
That's true.
But, yeah, that'd be pretty cool if we got to that point.
Chicken Warrior, thanks for the $20,
go
bro.
Real quick.
Yep, I'm going to after you. Thanks for the $20, bro. Kyle, do you agree that the government should bring something back like the Civilian Conservation Corps, the government putting people to work on infrastructure and environmental issues, which can solve multiple problems at once? Not only do I think that's a good idea, I think that's like one of the most important things that the government can do, is that, like, just show people, don't just like talk about it. Don't just have some like neoliberal ass shit where you got to fill out forms and jump through hoops to get a job. Make it literally like, no, if you show up, you're hired. Like, you're hired, and we're going to hear the projects that we're working on. I've even thought of this like almost like a government beautification committee, where the whole purpose is they hire whoever the fuck wants to come work for them. You know, they pay him fucking $40 an hour, whatever the fuck, like pay him a decent amount. And it's your whole job is to beautify the country, beautify the cities, beautify the suburbs, beautify the rural areas. And like, you go pick up all the fucking trash that's out there. You know, you go, we'll have plans to like plant flower beds and trees in certain areas and like greenify everything and do that. start painting dilapidated buildings and shit like that, abandoned buildings and shit like that. I think it's one of the most important things you could do because it shows the government is here and it can. If we wanted to do good things, it can fucking do good things. And so 100%, I would bring that back, and it would be like at the top of my agenda if I was president.
Thanks, Chicken War.
For Chris Duckman, I meant film reviewer turned filmmaker. My apologies, gentlemen. No worries, bro. No worries. Corin, I'm gonna take a piss real quick as well. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let me take a stab. If MJ lived, had rehabilitation from This Is It tour, ran for president in 2016, promised Bernie VP spot, ran a New Deal 2.0, he'd been Hillary Trump. Yeah, I'm all in on that, man. I mean, like, outside of MJ's like fucked up shit he did, like, probably make an awesome president. The guy got along with everybody. So like he can go to every single country and be friendly. He can kind of get deals done. There'd be no wars. Like, who's going to start a war with Michael Jackson? Nobody. Because like he could sing, he could dance, he could perform in your country and just kind of like just bring mad joy. And if Bernie was his VP, Bernie would definitely be able to convince MJ. Hopefully we're talking about Michael Jackson. Because if there's like some political MJ, then this argument makes no sense at all. But Bernie can definitely convince him to do everything. Because MJ I feel like he was very manipulative. Where like Bernie could be like, "No, we're gonna do this shit and pass, universal health care," and MJ would be like, "Yeah, sure. I love people. I love I love the kids. Make them all healthy." So if he had Bernie telling him what to do, and then you have MJ with his like power and just like universal acceptance outside of all the weird shit he did. I mean, like MJ still sold out all of his concerts and everything. Like people still loved MJ in that regard. So, yeah, Michael Jackson was a billionaire, so like he has that side of things too, where he could probably get like New York rich, Wall Street guys to back him. He definitely would beat Hillary. That's 100%. And he would definitely, him versus Trump would be actually a good battle. So, I don't know. We'll see. Thank you, though.
I am back. Sorry, my bad. Look what I'm eating.
Yeah, I know. I see you. Catalina wine mixer, Catalina Crunch. See, you got me fucked up on that, man, because I'm a big, I like the regular Chex Mix shit. It's like
I love the regular too, but this shit is not bad, bro.
That's good too.
For protein shit, this shit is not bad. Give me 1 second. Let me just close this window right here.
Yeah. I might have to try some cattle. I like the old school. It's like a Chex Mix. It's got pretzels, Chex Mix, Doritos, Cheetos. Banging.
Didn't feel like May outside today, bro. It was a little chilly here. I don't know about
this weather's been fucking freezing.
We were good. The day before today, we were great. It was beautiful out, but today was a little chilly.
I was in Boston this weekend, raining or on Saturday.
That's crazy. Sorry, guys. This shit was too. I had to grab it. It looked too fucking delicious. Philip Nelson, thanks for the $10. Hey, Kyle, if you think using a public restroom is bad, get a load of this story about my dad. The school back in the 80s had all of the bathroom stalls removed as a way to prevent vandalism. Bro, where was I? Oh, I know. I think I was at. Remember? I think I was at the Bruno Mars shit, and I went to the bathroom.
No doors,
bro. It was urinals, but like 0 dividers.
Oh yeah, you ever seen the troughs?
Yeah,
at like a football game.
Like, what are you doing? You can't do that to people.
Yeah,
it just seems like such an oversight. Like, how much would it cost to put up a bunch of fucking dividers?
Well, yeah. Well, peeing, I could give you a pass on a trough at a football game and everyone just standing next to us and like you kind of look straight. But I went to my brother-in-law is a firefighter in Rochester. Their toilets where you take a shit have no dividers in it.
Nah, bro.
So like I could be here and you could be here and we're just looking at each other taking shits. Like that's weird. Peeing, cool, whatever. You want to stand up next to me and you can look straight at the wall. When you're taking a shit sitting down, you got to look somewhere.
Bro, I remember when Shaq got in trouble because he posted that joke where...
What'd he say?
He posted the thing of a guy taking a piss at a urinal stall, and the other dude walks up and goes past like 8 urinal stalls and he's right next to him. And they were saying to him, like, that's homophobic. It's like, no, that's not homophobic. I don't want anybody peeing directly next to me. I don't want
that close to my shit that's not like my wife or something like that.
100%. And even with my wife, sometimes like I'm not trying to fucking like if we. Why would I like walk right up next? If she's pissing in the toilet, am I gonna walk right up to like the shower and start pissing in the shower just to be like I'm peeing next to you? Like, no, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I'll leave the bathroom when I'm brushing my teeth. She's like, "Can you just wait till I'm out the bathroom?" Like, there's too close of space to be.
100%. So like, what are we talking about here? Like, it should be restroom etiquette 101 that don't go to at least the rule is at least one if it's all empty, there's got to be at least one urinal in between you and the person.
Facts.
Or it's like you're trying to peek. You're trying to peek.
Facts.
And nobody's saying why you're trying to peek. You just want to see how
everybody's peeking. Everyone's peeking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so you can't do that. And then to your point, that's straight diabolical. The dude who made the plans to build those toilets where there's no
the firehouse
out there, like, come on, man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's my brother-in-law, the Rochester Fire Department. Whoever was the architect is on some weary shit because he was trying to see something, because there's no world where you're taking a number 2 and someone can be taking a number 2 right next to you without no divider in between your shit. Yeah, that's OD.
Not a chance, bro. Not a chance. George, thanks for the $5. Any thoughts on lefties like Ryan Grimm and Cenk Uygur crashing out over AOC, saying we shouldn't trust MTG? Medicaid's on, cook them over it. I actually covered this today, and suffice to say, I'm definitely more on Team Medi and more on Team AOC, because I don't know why everybody becomes naive when some right-winger starts like every now and then occasionally saying a decent thing. It's very weird to me that like there's this rush, this like naive Pollyanna-ish rush to be like, hey, like welcome, you're with us now. Like fucking put their arm around him and shit. And it's like, you do realize that Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to try to get J.D. Vance elected in 2028, right? Like you do understand that. You do understand that when Zoran won in New York City, he posted an image, she posted an AI slop image of the Statue of Liberty wearing a fucking burqa and saying, this is coming to America now because Zoran won. That was this fucking year. And we're gonna do, oh, she's better now. Oh, is she? Well, somebody calculated the numbers, and even on, they like broke down her voting record on this, and even on this issue, she's like, she got like a 29%. So like even on the issue that she's pretending like she's better than AOC on, her voting record is actually way worse. So like, I don't know what we're doing here. To say I don't trust MTG or I don't trust Tucker Carlson, that's just common sense. Like that's just
they've already shown you their true colors.
Yeah, how many times do they have to tell you who they are? You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Metalhead Matt, thanks for the $5. If Trump is such a massive warmonger and is blackmailed, why didn't he go to war with Iran in the first term? Because of the generals who kept him in Afghanistan? I don't know. It's a good question, but remember, I would say he did murder Qasem Soleimani. So he went after Iran's top commander, and he did a bunch of other warmongering shit too. So, I mean, he was very hawkish. He also ripped up the Iran agreement. Like that was a big deal. And that's not like a normal thing that you could just do, but he did just do it. So you feel like, well, maybe that's also because of the Israel lobby money. And that's also because he's blackmailed. So the ball's kind of been rolling with the warmongering against Iran for quite a while. And this is just the culmination of it. So he kind of was doing it already. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Matt.
Lord Sebs, thanks. 100 Dzax. Good googly moogly. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, guys, a few months ago, I mentioned that PR was falling to a pseudo-dictatorship from the pro-statehood party. Not sure if you were able to find sources because they're in Spanish, but days ago, ProPublica published a huge drugs for vote scheme in prisons, in PR prisoners. What the fuck? That's crazy, bro. That's insane. I got to look for that article. That's wild. I had not heard that until right now, but man, that's rough. I don't even know what to say. That's like incredibly bizarre and rough, and apparently mind-bogglingly corrupt is all that comes to mind when I read that. But I'll take a look at ProPublica and see what I can find.
Thank you, man.
You read it for me just because I'm chewing this shit?
Big can of whoop ass. Thank you, bro. Your friend TJ Kirk is a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Did you ever watch it as a kid? And a strong anti-fascist cartoon that aired on Nick back in the day. I never watched that shit. I feel like that was past our Nick days too. Like Avatar last bit, like we were Nick, like Rocko's Modern Life, Rugrats, like Doug.
Was that before us? That's
no. I think it was after us. Like we were done watching Nick. I think when the Avatar last shit was out.
Yeah, because I never even heard of it. So no, I wouldn't. But I think he's a little.
Like we were already adults when Avatar came out.
The movie Avatar, yeah.
Yeah. So like, if there's some Nickelodeon shit, that was way past when we were.
He's a little. I think he's a little older than us. I think he's like early 40s. So I don't know how it was in his, year zone to see this either. But I have
watching Avatar on Nick as a grown ass man. It's a little weird.
He is a bit of like a film buff and like, I guess,
really?
TV buff. So I could actually kind of see it.
Yeah.
Read again for me. Sorry.
Kyle, simulation theory drops from likely to 50-50 if we can't yet simulate universes where either the first real ones or last before the tech exists. Blade, thank you, bro. Simulation theory drops likely to 50-50 we can't yet simulate universes where either the first real one. So what, there's going to be more universes after us or some shit?
He's just talking about simulation theory. I feel like I'm more skeptical of artificial general intelligence than I am skeptical of us being able to like simulate some form of life. I think we probably will figure that one out if we haven't already. So that's what I would say. I feel like it's possible that shit is true, but I don't know, man. These things are above my pay grade, if I'm being honest. Chicken Warrior, thanks again, man. The New Deal had so many programs that we've given up on in favor of private-public partnerships, which has led to our infrastructure getting worse. Totally. Yeah, I totally agree. The private-public partnerships have largely been a failure. They really kind of exist for like graft reasons. So like, people get paid off who donated to politicians and like then they get contracts and they make a lot of money and they do like a shitty job. But yeah, there's like pride and excellence in like a fully public thing. And you can have accountability and you can have like real leadership and you can get the job done. And, you think of hospitals, you can do public funding of public hospitals and just actually fund it and give a shit about it and have pride in the work. And I agree that that's like the preferable model.
Yeah, I've actually thought about that weirdly today. I saw like the lawn care people cutting like Lowe's grass today and they had like these huge property. And I was like, do you think they actually like freak their shit or are they just like going through the motions of cutting their grass? And I was like, maybe there's like some local ass lawn care company that would like actually hook their shit up. Not to say that whoever they hired weren't like freaking their shit, but it just made me think. I was like, are they just going through the motions cutting their grass because like they probably don't actually know, they're just hired by Lowe's. It's not like someone cutting the grass for their house or some shit.
Yeah, people.
But I don't know.
Companies like get a reputation, like they're known for attention to detail and for getting it right. And also, like, I feel like if they're a newer business, they'll care more.
Yeah.
Right. Or if they're like generally like almost the smaller it is, the more like personally run it is, the more they actually care about quality.
Yeah.
The bigger it gets, the more impersonal it gets. Quality tends to drop.
Totally.
But yeah, it's a difficult thing because sometimes you feel like they'll nail it and they don't.
Facts.
Jimby, thanks for the $10. What's your take on gerrymander mania, as I call it? What points should I bring up in a song called that? Pretty wild that the Supreme Court rolled back the Civil Rights Act, just managing a blue tsunami. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're trying to rig it for MAGA at the last minute because they know that they're going to get fucking wiped the fuck out from sea to shining sea. And so they're getting rid of the Voting Rights Act to basically try to hand the Republicans more seats.
Is it going to happen? Because it's so wild that like
they did it. They did it.
So they can they're actually potentially going to.
They rolled back the Civil Rights Act. Yes, they rolled back the Voting Rights Act. They made it so that like these historically black districts in the South have just been wiped out. Like they're just wiping them all out. The Supreme Court said that they can do it, and then in the states they gerrymandered them away, and they're in the middle of gerrymandering them away, depending on the state we're talking about at this moment. So it's already happening. It's already done. And what point should you bring up? But my take on it overall is like Democrats need to do whatever to counter gerrymander. If the other side cheats, ironically, you make it more fair by you cheating back. So like you have to cheat back, basically.
Are there ways for them to cheat back?
Yeah, to gerrymander the blue states and eliminate all the Republican seats in the blue states. So like now when there's a blue state, every representative from there should be Democrat. It shouldn't be any Republicans. If it goes 52 to 48%, Democrats win the state, it should be 10 out of 10 seats should be Democrat. Right? Like that's what it should be. If you guys want to play like this, we'll play like this. But the other way out of it is if Democrats win back control of the House and the Senate and the presidency, they could pass a federal independent redistricting law where it says nobody can gerrymander, and we're going to go back to like fair maps that are like, reasonably drawn by independent non-political parties. So that you could do that too. But what we can't do is what we're doing now where Republicans cheat and Democrats don't. That's untenable.
They're cheating hard body karate.
Yeah. Paul Sucks, thanks for the $5. Kyle, you could have smartly said Trump and MAGA normalizing violence contributed to this instead of blue MAGA conspiracy theories on 425. Not hard. Yeah, but here's the thing. Trump and MAGA normalizing violence did contribute to this, and I think there's truth in the blue MAGA conspiracies. Thank you for playing.
Thanks, Paul.
Cleo's mom, thanks for the $5. Your arm is going to float up at first. I'm an expert on cast wearing and fashion. Oh, your arm's going to float up?
What does that
Is
mean?
it going to feel lighter? Is that what you mean? Like it'll feel lighter? So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like it'll
Maybe
definitely feel lighter. That's like, you remember the movie Rookie of the Year? He takes his cast off and he can like throw the ball mad fucking fast.
I don't remember that, but
it's my left arm too. So I'm going to be on my my favorite websites on my cell phone doing things a little bit faster.
I was going to say, if it was your right arm, if it was your right hand that you couldn't use for all this time, the second that shit came off, you'd be jacking off in the bathroom at the doctor's. Offensive humor. Thanks for the $5. As a 6'3", 280-pound, 39-year-old Latino, built like a linebacker, I'm terrified of Trump beating me. I'd let him have my girlfriend if he'd like me as a Republican. Yeah, Corin, I don't know if you saw that poll.
No.
But more Republicans than not thought Trump could beat their ass in a fight.
Oh,
it was like 39% to 32% or something like that. More Republicans thought, oh yeah, he'd beat me up. Whereas Democrats, it was like 83% of Democrats were like, I could fuck that guy. So yeah. So,
OD.
But the point there is like, it really is a cult, and there's some weird like, they actually think he's like magical. You know, they actually think he's like a deity or something. Like they feel like he's got powers he doesn't actually have, you know?
He's got like little arms. He's got small hands. You could just punch him in the
fuck,
belly and he'd fall over.
He's 80 and he's fat as fuck. Are you kidding me?
What?
A fucking strong gust of wind can give that guy a massive heart attack.
OD.
One more Big Mac and he's done.
That one we answered already.
Read it for me? My bad.
Philip Nelson, what are your thoughts on Katie Porter's gubernatorial campaign so far? How's she doing?
I was a big Katie Porter fan, but bad on Israel, and then also got in trouble with she did that interview. Well, she abuses her staff. I should also point that out. But then did that interview where like she was sort of outed as a very abusive person when she was being interviewed, and she didn't like the questions, and she sort of flipped out on them and berated them, and that alone made me feel like, okay, perhaps she's not the one. Then she did this tax proposal where it's like eliminating all taxes for Californians who make under like 100 or 200,000 or something like that. And like, that's too much, bro. Like, we don't want to, that's a right-wing argument. No taxes at all for anybody ever. Like, no, we need to take the tax money and fund shit that's good, like education and healthcare and shit like that. But like, don't give Republican arguments. So before learning all this newer stuff about her, I would have supported her over Tom Steyer. But Tom Steyer is definitely to the left of her. And I don't support her anymore. And I don't think she has much of a chance. I feel like she's like pretty low in the polls right now. So she should drop out and endorse Steyer, but I doubt she'll do that. But anyway, those are my thoughts.
Is there any shot that like celebrity person wins California that like I keep seeing on like TMZ?
Pratt in LA?
Yeah.
I would say there's a shot, but it's very unlikely. I feel like people are hyping his shit up too much. Like
that's what I keep seeing. Yeah,
like it's very weird to me that. So people are looking at him. He's running for mayor of LA. Like it's already a super blue city, and MAGA's destroying this country. Democrats going to turn out like a motherfucker. So I don't know. I feel like it'd be shocking if he were able to pull that shit off.
Mm-hmm.
V-Man, thanks for the $10. This is a response to last week. I don't know anybody who would think Puerto Rican independence would be right-wing. We had Marxist pro-independence paramilitaries aided by Cuba clashing with the government. Interesting. It's funny because I know we have one person who's very strongly pro-Puerto Rican independence who watches and one person who's very strongly against it. And they just go back and forth all the time. So, but shout out to you, bro. Appreciate the $10.
Thanks, V-Man.
QC Man, thanks for the $5. When the driverless cars come, will you and Crystal have to do those live chauffeured from the back seat? Maybe. I don't know. But I hope those cars, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about driverless cars. That seems very dystopian to me in this moment.
It still seems so weird when I see them. You see them. I saw them when I was walking before, and I see like the driverless cars. I think Texas, I saw it, or Arizona. And then when I was on the highway in New Jersey the other day, I was like driving on this like tight highway, and a guy was in a Tesla with no hands on the wheel, and I looked over to my
man.
left, and I was just like, it just felt, it was so weird. I was like, oh, that guy doesn't, and I was like, and then Molly was like, oh, it's probably one of those driverless cars. Like if you're doing something else while you're driving, like it just seems so weird to me.
And they say that you should keep your hands on the wheel. They say it's not perfect.
Yeah, motherfucker didn't have his hands on his wheel.
Not good. Lizzie, shout out to Lizzie. Thanks for the $5. A couple of ideas for Corin. Please consider being the sports equivalent of secular talk. To Kyle, please consider having Leah Miller on KKF. I feel like, didn't we cover her recently?
I would have read that shit as Leisha.
Oh, I've watched some of her videos before. Yeah, I've watched some of her videos. Yeah, for sure. I liked her stuff. From what I've seen, I've liked.
And I'll do some more sports stuff soon. I've just been doing the clips, and people been liking the AI. So sorry, Kyle, if any of those AI photos are bad of you if you've seen them. Oh, but they're not.
It's funny because it's interesting because they get the gist of me, but then it's always like a little off. But it's like that with everybody. It's like, oh, you kind of got me, but it's not actually me. You know what I'm saying?
I'll even put a clear photo of you, and I'm like, use this exact photo, and it'll still like be a distorted.
You just can't get it exactly right. Yeah. It's like it just changes a little something.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster for president. Thanks for the $5. Read in me voice. Where cookie tier list? Me want to eat them all. Nom 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 nom. Me announcing candidacy on Kyle and Corin with cookies for all. Yeah.
I would take cookies for all.
I sort of freaked that voice there, bro.
That was a good Cookie Monster.
I'm gonna say I fucking nailed that shit.
I have respect for people that go onto YouTube and set up an account as Cookie Monster for President 2028.
True, that's a lot of effort and like commitment to the bit, you know.
Default photo plus a super chat talking about cookies. A lot of respect to you.
Incredible. By the way, the Colorado Avalanche are now up 2-1 on the Minnesota Wild. So, but we're in the third period. We have about 12 minutes and 50 seconds left. So
still time.
After then, thanks for the $5. The day before Election Day, governors have to deploy the National Guard to protect polling places. Lawyers after won't be enough, and it'll be too late. I totally agree, and I also think the police should be sent to guard polling places from any sort of interference. So I agree with you. This is what Democrats have not learned yet, is like there is no rule book anymore, bro. You need to be proactive. You need to be intelligent. You need to be proactive, and you need to realize you're dealing with fucking demons here. So yes, do anything and everything you can to protect the vote, including that.
Yeah,
Jacob Ward, voice acting career loading for Kyle. Yeah, the problem is it's hit or miss, bro. It depends on the day if I can nail them or not, you know. Inconspicuous typos. Thanks for the $5. I just switched from Nike to Adidas. No complaints. Also, please have Francesca Hong from Wisconsin on KKF. She's going to be the first socialist governor in the USA. No way that would be the first. Let me look this up. I don't think there's no way. There's definitely been socialist governor before. Socialist governors in America. I'm just curious of the history of this. Socialist governors in America. In the United States, there have been no governors elected directly on the Socialist Party ticket. Yeah, I get that. While several governors have held socialist views or belong to socialist-leaning organizations, they almost exclusively ran as members of the Democratic Party or minor state-specific parties. Floyd B. Olson, Minnesota, 1931 and 1936, a leader of the Farmer Labor Party. Yeah, that's the thing. Minnesota with that Farmer Labor Party, that's why they're all sort of socialist. That's why Tim Walz did a lot of based ass shit, because Minnesota has a history of like socialist Democrats. You know what I'm saying? Often cited as the most radical governor in U.S. history. Famously declared, I'm a radical. I'm not a liberal. I am a socialist. Oh, there you go.
Tim Walz?
Oh, no, there's Floyd B. Olson. Minnesota from the 1930s.
Yeah.
The Farmer Labor Party.
Floyd B. Olson, he would be from the 1930s.
Yeah. But the Farmer Labor Party was like basically like socialist Democrats. Upton Sinclair was a candidate, didn't win. And then Francesca Hong, like you said, is the current candidate in Wisconsin. Yeah, I should definitely look into her. She sounds like she'd be a great guy. Appreciate it, man. Hey, Kyle, what happened to Lilith? Do y'all still keep in touch? Of course, yeah. Lilith is still the GOAT, and she's still...
Yeah, Lilith is usually in the chat sometimes, too.
Yeah, for sure. And she's, she's done phenomenal work for the show, and we love her. She's day one, and she helps out massively. You guys have no idea. But
she's a real one.
Yeah, appreciate you. Mohit, thanks for the $10. Nice new picture, too, by the way. Am I naive to want lefties to treat Tucker and MTG like Massey? The only difference between Massey and Tucker is trust. Lefties trust Massey more than Tucker, and Tucker is just grifting for 2028 run. I don't know. It doesn't feel like anybody's trying to shove Massey down our throat. Like, the relationship is what it is with us and Massey, right? Like, he helped with the Epstein files. He might help with some Iran war stuff. He hasn't helped with impeachment yet. So, like, that's not cool. But, like, he's good for what he's good for. And so everybody has like a healthy relationship with him. But when it comes to MTG and Tucker, there's this weird like attempt to force people on the left to be like, oh yeah, they're with us now. And it's like, don't be naive. You know what I'm saying? Don't be naive is all I would say. I think both Tucker and MTG, oh, the Wild just scored. This was up. I think both Tucker and MTG are going to support JD Vance in 2028. That's what I think. And so that's why I'm very hesitant to like give them credit on much, because they're going to try to redirect whatever sort of anti-war positions they're arguing for now. They're going to try to use that to prop up a pro-war person like JD Vance. So that's what I would say. Brian, thanks for the $5. Hey guys, former Catholic, current agnostic atheist, any advice on how to approach religion / Jesus with your kids? You know, it's interesting because like, so with our kids, we just don't have anything when it comes to like religion, you know? Like if they have questions about God or they have questions about religion or whatever, we answer them. But like we just don't, it's just like we're just not going to send you to like fucking religious teaching. We're not going to send you to a church. We're not going to send you to Sunday school. We're not, you know, going to do any of that. So it's almost like a non-issue. Like the kids wouldn't think of it unless you brought it up and put it on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like really that's the trick. The key is like answer whatever fucking questions they have. Open lines of communication, but just like they're not going to fucking know or care or talk about it if, you know, they don't, it's not
unless
pushed
they're
on
not
them.
interested in it. Yeah.
Yeah, we still celebrate Christmas and shit like that, but to us, it's, you know, it's like a secular thing. Like, oh, the time of year when you get fucking presents and, you know, you sit around with your family and love each other. Like, you know, that's what it is. So hope that helped.
And to Kyle's, I'm sure there'll be a point at some point in their life where, you know, they ask something and they'll be there to answer a question.
Yeah, and if they want to choose whatever, I want to be in this religion or that religion, all right, you're an adult. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do when they get older. You know what I'm saying? So.
Shout out to the Pope too, rocking some Nikes. I don't know if you saw that.
Facts, and also feuding with Trump. So we love the Pope.
Exactly.
Embiid said after the game that the Sixers had a successful season, more delusional than Trump talking about the economy, or no?
Yes, he's delusional.
Yeah, I mean, his point was like, I'm not injured, and the fact that I'm not injured makes it feel like it's a win. But y'all motherfuckers did just get swept dinky. So like, it is like you can't say that. You might feel like you can't say that. So it is kind of delusional. It almost reminds me though of the Giannis thing when he was like, "Oh, is it a failure because we lost?" No, it's not. It's not a failure. Like
such a good soundbite.
Yeah. So anyway,
he also did say he might be cursed. So, and it could be true.
Big Ken of Whoop-Ass, thanks for the $5. Did you ever hear about Portuguese dictator who went into a coma, removed from office, recovered, and people let him pretend he was still in charge? I did not, but that sounds like something we should do with Trump, where we should do with Trump what we did with his dad when he had Alzheimer's and let him think he's running his business, but he wasn't. We need to do that with Trump and the country, you know?
Some Weekend at Bernie shit.
Eucalyptus, thanks for the $5. Would you rather go down with the ship when humanity collapses or live in the Matrix where it's the 90s forever, but the Matrix is controlled by Musk? Go down with the ship. I'm not anything controlled by Musk is hell no. Not fun.
Yeah, it'd be bad.
That's so crazy. He'd have us like trying to bite our own dicks off or doing some ass shit. Like it would not be normal, you know. G-Sin Control, thanks for the $5. Corin, say a dude gets froggy with you and Molly, do you become the knight in shining armor or you let Molly jujitsu the crap out of him?
I let Molly jujitsu. She's a beast, bro. We were just in Boston for a competition. She's so strong. Like she told me she competes against men who go like full speed and like strong men, and I've seen them. And she's like, I could beat them. And like she's not lying. So yeah, I'd let her jujitsu the crap out of someone. And like something my brother's always said with jujitsu, it's like not even like a fight. Like someone who knows jujitsu can just put someone to sleep and then like peacefully walk away. They don't have to like punch them and shit have to get bloody. Like you can contain a situation by just like putting someone in a chokehold and like they'll wake up in a couple hours.
By the way, I just want to let you know the Cavs won. The Cavs beat the Pistons.
So 2-2.
2-2.
So yeah, that's going 7. The Knicks are gonna have mad rest.
The Knicks are gonna be so fucking buttery, bro.
Perfect. What's the series in the hockey thing? Is it like if Minnesota
I don't
loses?
know. When it pops up again, I'll take a look and see if it says on screen like what the breakdown is. But
yeah,
I'm not sure. But the game is tied now, I think so. Chicken Warrior, thanks for the $10. For example, if it wasn't for the New Deal, we would have never fixed the Dust Bowl or had interstate highways or rural electrification or had the industrial capacity to win World War II or public parks, etc. Yeah, totally, man. Like, we have to stop with this notion of like everything needs to be privatized, everything needs to be for a profit. Like, to your point, sometimes you do shit because it's the right thing to do. Colorado leads 2-1, by the way, Corin. So the series is 2-1, but the game is tied 2-2.
It's a big game for Minnesota.
It is a big game for Minnesota for sure. So yeah, like, you know, we need to get back to that. We're like, oh, the country's not doing well. How do we get the country back on track? Oh, I don't know. Let's rebuild all the airports. Let's fucking rebuild the infrastructure. Let's give people jobs. Like, this is all shit that we can choose to do, but we just haven't done. So we choose to do it. Path of Them, thanks for the $5. Would you think Europe would use the oil crisis to rapidly move to clean energy, like on some World War II mobilization, and not rely on Russia? Seriously, what the fuck? You would think Europe would do that. Yeah, if they were smart, they would do that. I'm pulling my hair out here watching them build data centers all over the place while Trump also destroys solar energy and wind energy and any sort of new renewable energy. Like, really? You want to build all these energy-intensive fucking data centers and double down on fossil fuels, you fucking idiot, as the Strait of Hormuz is shut down, like, you fucking dipshit. And, like, yeah, you would think Europe would do that, but we're led by a bunch of baboon idiots, so they don't.
Thanks, Pat.
Jack, thanks for the $5. Been developing rock for climbing in Idaho. Thinking of naming something secular rock with appropriate root names. That'd be very cool. I appreciate that. Appreciate you, brother. Love that. Metalhead Matt, thanks for the $5. One is a proud owner of a corn snake. Corn snake? I despise the religious-based use of that term as a pejorative. The new Mario movie tells you how it's pronounced.
Does it?
Not quite sure what you're saying there, bro.
Yeah, I don't get that first part, but I guess they're saying that we say Mario wrong.
Oh, well, I mean, Mario. Like Mario. I said, my grandfather, his name was Mario, so I think I know my own family member's name, bitch. Imagine, like, if I had been calling him by his wrong name, he would have been like, my name is Mario, not Mario. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, he wasn't my biological grandfather, but he was my only grandfather because both my grandfathers were dead before I was born. And so it was the person my grandma remarried. And so he was so I called him Mario. And he never was like, it's Mario, actually.
There's Mario Winans.
And just Mario, the R&B singer.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you at the beginning of one of his songs, he goes, Mario, let's go.
Yeah.
And so, like, you can't, like, what are you going to tell him he's pronouncing it wrong? Like, fuck you. I grant you there are some who pronounce it Mario. Okay, that's what's up. That's fine. Like, they could do that. But there's also Mario.
Yep.
You know? Big Mouse Stand, thanks for the $5. What can Dems do in the future to help offset GOP gerrymandering going forward? It'll be hard to get supermajorities in the House in the future. Well, like I said, either counter gerrymander to go up against their gerrymandering. I saw Brian Tyler Cohen was correctly saying this earlier, that every single Democratic state should be gerrymandering right now. And outside of that, when Democrats take power again, if they want to stop this race to the bottom, they could just pass a national independent redistricting board thing and get it done that way, where, like, it stops everybody from gerrymandering. But what you can't do is what they're doing now. Mohi, thanks for the $10. I think Roe is better than AOC for 2028. Roe willing to work with and engage Massey, Tucker, MTG without compromising values, trying to convince them on good governing. Is Roe naive or skeptical on effectiveness? No, I think Roe is good with what he's doing. And, there's been some fruits born of that. But, he's also not shoving them down people's throats. You know what I'm saying? He's not like demanding you say kind things about MTG. He's just like getting stuff done with Massey in Congress and then moving on. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, there's nobody who's like, again, especially when it comes to working with other politicians, there's nobody who's against working with them to get good things. But, like, Marjorie Taylor Greene's not even in there anymore. So, like, what do you want us to do? Just say nice things about her for the sake of saying nice things about her? Like, no, you could bring her up to divide and conquer the right, but that would be all I would say to do. Thoughts on a progressive wealth tax instead of just one tax rate? So, for example, 1 to 10 million is 1%, 10 to 100 million is 5%, 100 to 500 million is 10%, so on and so forth. Yeah, I mean, I'm in favor of progressive taxes when it comes to, your income tax rate. So I don't see why that logic wouldn't also hold with wealth taxes. So I could totally be in favor of something like that. That's actually a good idea. If a startup owner goes public with IPO and makes billions, does that owner get automatic wealth tax? Will that disincentivize small business IPOing? I mean, look, it's a great question, and there's definitely people who are way smarter than me who can figure out how to structure this thing so you don't, like, disincentivize like proper economic activity that the country needs in order to flourish. So I'm perhaps not the best situated to answer that question, but there's, what you do is, if you're president, you hire people who are economists and experts and are progressive economists, and they can tell you how you structure these things to mitigate any potential downsides. QC Man, thanks for the $5. Corin, do you have any folks close to you or in your family who call you a bad Jew for your views on Israel? How do you react if they say it to you?
I think all my family are bad Jews. I think we break every bad Jew stereotype and rule. Yeah, no, Israel does fucked up shit, and, like, we call it out for what it is. But, like, I also, like, enjoyed my time when I went to Israel, and, like, those are my peoples.
Martin Lawrence, thanks for the $20. Evening, gentlemen. Kyle, last week for my question about nostalgia, you played the wrong Without Me, LOL. I meant the one by Eminem. The question for you today, what do you make of Republican voters saying they would lose to Trump in a fight? Yeah, I mean, we just talked about this, but it shows that they're cuffed, and they actually think he's like magical, like they actually think he's like a semi-deity or something like that. Like he survived the shootings and they feel like there's something else going on there. Like he's a vessel of God or something. I actually think that they believe that. And I didn't know you were talking about the Eminem song. That's funny. Feels so empty without me. This looks like a job for me. So everybody, yeah, I played the Halsey one. Sir Cosmo, thanks for the $10. Appreciate you, bro. Shocked Guy, thanks for the $5. A clip from The Man Show resurfaced on Reddit showing Slow Rogan saying he enjoyed watching stuff YouTube will not let me type. Tracy Lords, thoughts? I saw this clip, but did you see this, Corin?
No.
So this clip was basically Rogan saying, why do we have different ages for everything? Why is it like 16 years old for some things, 18 for other things, 21 for other things? Why is it considered underage when a 16-year-old makes some phenomenal porn? And it was this Tracy Lords woman. And he was basically like, I watched it and it was fucking phenomenal. So basically admitting that he watched a 16-year-old porn thing, which, in a bunch of states that'd be illegal. Some states it'd be legal, but other states it'd be illegal. Yeah. People resurfaced that and were like, not a surprise that he's defending the fucking Epstein class, given he said shit like this,
Man Show's like I feel like a show that would not survive in today's world.
Yeah, it was too much. It was too much. It was just too much. It was too, like, I don't know. It almost is stereotyping men too aggressively,
100%. Yeah.
Like they got girls walking around fucking half naked and shit, and they're saying shit like that. It's like, Jesus Christ, you're making men seem like we're fucking monsters,
Yeah. Now it's called the UFC.
Right, totally. Chicken Warrior, thanks for the $10. You can find pictures of how much better our infrastructure looks during the New Deal now everywhere. It looks like the same because of private-public partnerships. It's like we stopped trying to make things better. I think you're exactly right. I think that's exactly right. I think we did stop trying to make... Nobody cares. So it was the end of history analysis, right? The idea like, oh, we already... Like, this is our final forum. We already did it. Now it's neoliberalism forever. It's going to work forever. And it's like, no, your country is decaying and everything's falling apart. We need to go back to this, to fucking actually doing shit like the New Deal. So I think you're spot on, bro. Cordelio, thanks for the $5. Kyle, I see you squeezing on that dumpling OD. I got the yellow one, LOL. You've seen the video of people freaking out over them. I have not, but the only reason why I have this is because of my daughter.
Yeah, those dumplings are popular. Like they're called, like they have like Neatos. I don't know if that's
she's obsessed with those two. I think she's obsessed with those two. But I haven't seen people flipping out over them. But we, got her a bunch of these fucking squishy ass things, and she loves them. And this one smells good too. Yeah,
some of them are scented, but they have like butter. And they have like cracked butter. There's so many different. It's crazy that those are so popular now. A lady I know said that like Five Below is doing a drop date, and they're limiting it to like 2 or 3 people or 2 or 3 things you could buy, and people are reselling them.
Bro, she loves Five Below.
Yeah, Five Below has some bangers. Five Below. Yeah.
Sir Cosmo, thanks for the $5. Just graduated high school. What's the best way to get into politics as a career? Shit, man, that's a tough one.
Change careers. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, honestly, the best answer is to like get involved on campaigns. You know what I'm saying? Or like make yourself useful at the campaign level. Actually work for a campaign, do the grunt work, put up the yard signs, like, and then like if you show how useful you are, where you're like close to a candidate, you do everything they want, you help them out, or you're close to the campaign manager and you help them out, you do what they want, then like eventually you become in the trusted inner circle, and then like you can end up running campaigns at some point, but you gotta like make the connections and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like there's no like set path where it's like, I will apply for a job here and this will happen and that'll happen. No, it's like you actually gotta like get on a campaign and just do whatever the fuck they say. You know what I'm saying? And then like that's how you work your way up type shit. That's the best way to get involved into politics as a career. Because I don't know, is it possible to like submit a resume to the fucking like DNC, and like would you want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like the better way is to like find a candidate you like and go that way.
Yeah, that's good advice. And then hopefully if they do well, like you just you rise.
Yeah, you'd be on the staff, in DC or whatever the fuck.
Facts.
Slow-mo Panda, thanks for the $5. Kyle, there's bulbs on Amazon under lava lamps. Bulbs in 2 packs. They look like little mushrooms. Oh, are you saying this because the light bulb for one of my lava lamps is not strong enough to make it work? I think they are saying that.
Yeah, I think that, yeah. Or was it not working one time or something like that?
No, it's so the lava lamp I have in the background in the DC studio, it's just like it doesn't get hot enough for the shit to actually do the lava stuff. So it just like bubbles at the bottom, and people look at it like work, I guess,
Someone said Jeff Frost looks like the lava inside of a lava lamp. He's an ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, good guy. Big Ken of Whoop Ass, thanks for the $5. I think Portuguese is an underrated language. My family's from Portugal. I think Portuguese is way hotter than Spanish. We have our nanny speaks Portuguese.
Oh,
so
nice.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Portuguese is a dope language.
Diego, thanks for the $5. The leftist glazing MTG above AOC this week should be ejected from the movement. MTG ran away from power the moment Trump didn't endorse her for governor. That's a great point, Diego, and I didn't realize it. Sam Cedar talked about it, and the Vanguard guys played it on their show. I didn't realize this. I had forgotten about this, that the reason MTG really turned on Trump is that Trump outright rejected her to run for governor of Georgia as the Republican. He was basically like, I'm not going to endorse you. I'm not going to support you. Don't do it. And so she didn't do it. But that's what she held on. She held on to that grudge and then parlayed that into going after him over the Epstein files, going after him over Iran. So it's a real case of like, you're only doing this because they didn't support you. If they supported you, you would have been riding for them still to this day, Worgenman, thanks for the $10. There's a word in Greek called logos, which the English word logic comes from. It's like the process of logic unfolding in your mind, life, and actions. It's like when you need to make a decision. And it goes on from there eventually. Corin, we'll get to the rest. I don't know if it's in order.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it.
We'll get to it when we get to it. But thank you, bro. Appreciate you. The reviewer, thanks for the $10. I missed the 2020 election, waking up at 5 a.m., seeing Biden took the lead in Wisconsin after the torture of the night before. Bro, that night, so that was the year I did Rogan's show for the election. And I remember being drunk because I drank like a little bit of whiskey with them or some shit, feeling like I was going to throw the fuck up, going to sleep, watching TV, going, fuck, Trump's still leading. And just like horror watching the show, horror watching like CNN. And then eventually I was up all the way until Biden took the lead. And then I went to sleep. But I remember being like on pins and needles and feeling like, fuck.
Yeah.
And this is after, remember, guys.
You predicted.
I predicted that Biden would come back and win. Yeah. But I also, and I said this to Crystal at the time, I actually didn't vote for Biden. I didn't vote. I don't know if I voted for Jill Steiner, just didn't vote in that election. But then when the votes were rolling in, I was like, oh my God, what have I done? I should have voted for like just feeling like he better win. I hope he wins. Fucking fuck Donald Trump. Fuck him. And like, obviously it ended happily, but then he came back. So Become Newman, thanks for the $5. Natalie, aka ContraPoints, was in an Apple TV show called Gutsy, hosted by Hillary and Chelsea Clinton. She has gone 100% libtard, plus she's a Zionist. Yeah, I talked about her today a little bit with her disagreeing with Plattner. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, what Plattner said was so common sense. Just like, hey, we should have done more as Democrats and gone further, and then probably Trump would have never won. And she's like, well, actually, maybe he still would have. And it's like, if you really believe that, you're not really a leftist or even really a liberal,
That show sounds fucking horrible.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was. Diego, thanks again. Fetterman's recent Bill Maher appearance was a hard watch, especially the lab meat part. He just aimlessly repeated how much he hates Democrats. So Corin's brother, Jed, literally, he was watching this, got so furious, he sent me and Corin some audio of what Fetterman was saying, and he was like in awe of how ridiculously stupid Fetterman sounded.
Animal cruelty or something like that.
Fetterman said, Aminu cruelty. He couldn't say animal cruelty. He said Aminu cruelty. And I remember listening to that going, holy fuck, this guy's brain truly is just
mashed potatoes.
Dog. Like, it's done. It is over for him. So, yeah, whatever. He could talk as much as he wants about hating Democrats. Like, you go right ahead, bro. We don't like you either,
Thanks, Diego.
Thanks again, Chicken Warrior. Also, I heard FDR was extremely skeptical of the creation of Israel because he felt it could destabilize the Middle East. If that's true, he was definitely correct. Well, let's see. What was the timeline for him? Yeah. I guess he would have been in there at the time that they were really considering it. Like when it was at the UN and stuff like that. So it makes sense. Timeline.
Thanks, Chicken Warrior.
Offensive humor. Thanks for the $5. Have y'all heard of streamer Chud the Builder? He walks around saying a certain word, waiting for reactions. Thanks, Donnie Shit Pants. I did not hear about that, but that's sort of insane that that's allowed anywhere. What are they playing that on? Is that on like Kick or something like that? There's no way that's on YouTube, is it? I highly doubt.
I hate people doing dumb shit like that.
I know. It's like, what are you doing? Big Mouth Stand, thanks for the $5. Hassan and Jennifer Welch are going to be at the Lakers game tonight. Shout out to them. They're about to watch LeBron James get swept again in the playoffs. Well, I don't know. With them there, I hope they win.
I think LeBron's going to take one. I can't see him getting swept. I know,
but like, it's so crazy watching the fucking refs like rig every game against the Lakers. Yeah. Like, what the fuck's going on there? But I didn't know that they're going together. That's fucking awesome. They're both going together. That's so adorable.
It's kind of dope. You said back in '88 that Hassan was a big basketball guy.
Yeah, and but they're both. I love Hassan and Jennifer Welch. I love that. I'm a little offended they didn't invite me, but not that I would have went. But it's all the way across the country. But you get the point. Workman, thanks for the $10. You need to think about the decision to make your mind line up with your heart, even though you already know what to do. Then you go do that decision until a new feeling comes up and you do it again. This is tied to when he was talking about logic
that was
and
that first shit.
Stuff like that. Yeah. That makes sense, Workman. Shout out to you, bro. Here. In the Bible, it says God is the logos, like logic holds all together. It's beyond existing and not existing, and everything happens or doesn't happen through logic. So it makes sense to call it God. I see. You're making like a universalist argument for God. Well, that's certainly interesting and something to think about, bro. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Workman.
Dickie McGeezax, thanks for the $5. Tucker GOP ticket is possibility. MAGA believes in nothing but follow the charismatic leader and will change their beliefs on a whim. That's true. And I do think what will replace MAGA and Trumpism is basically like just an outright Christian nationalism, which will also be like white nationalist in nature. But that's what's coming. So they're going to go back to like hardcore fundamentalist religious type shit. So I could see plug in any fucking Republican leader and he could hold the cult together to some extent, but not as good as Trump. Wes Nelson, thanks for the $5. Is it me or when I go to any McDonald's to get my kid a Happy Meal, they always forget to put the sauce in the bag? Doesn't matter which one you go to. Is that your experience, Corin?
Yeah, not necessarily for a Happy Meal, but it happens on some regular shit too. I think because they get handed a bag from someone else who's on the line cooking the food, and they might just be quick to just put it outside the window, even though they ask you in the beginning what type of sauce you want. It's on the person who's at the drive-thru window to grab those sauces. So they got to go under the desk or some shit to get the sauces. I've seen it. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of like attention to detail of like them seeing what sauce you asked for.
I feel like at the drive-thru, they often don't give me the sauce that I asked for.
Yeah, because it's on that line of defense. They're taking your payment, they're getting your soda, and then it's on them to then go the extra mile and get the sauces you want. So they just grab the bag and put it out the window, and then you might drive away. But yeah, it does happen more than people think.
By the way, just real quick, the score is 3-2. Avalanche are up on the Wild.
Oh, they scored again, the Avalanche.
But there's 37 seconds left, and there's an empty net for the Wild. And now it's 4-2. Damn.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they took their goalie out in the hopes of getting a goal, and it's 4-2.
So they're going to go down 3-1 in this series, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to go down 3-1. Corin, how's your finger healing? Kyle, how's your vision doing months after the surgery? Love you both. Go ahead, Corin. You go.
Finger cast is coming off on Friday, so I'm curious to see how my thumb's going to respond. It feels like it's taken a little, like Molly hit it the other day, and like it didn't hurt. But now I got this shit on this finger. I don't know what that shit is. I don't know if it's a bug bite or like a rash or something, but that shit's like been irritating me. So I don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah.
And for me, my eyes are now perfect, bro. Like I should have done this surgery earlier, man. Like I don't know. I was crazy. I was missing out this whole time. I didn't know it was this easy to fix my eyes. And like I said, the surgery was not LASIK, which some people have dry eye issues after that. Smile. Like for me, it was Smile, and it was I don't even have dry eye anymore. I had dry eye before I got the surgery. Now I don't have dry eye. Yeah. So like everything's healed, everything's fixed. And so, man, it was just really something else. So if you want that surgery, man, go to the guy I went to in DC. Oh my God, he's the man. He was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Path of Then, thanks for the $5. Kyle, I almost forgot. Kushner has ties to Bibi and also might have ties to Epstein, which makes me wonder, how did he and Ivanka really meet? That's a good ass question, bro. That's a good ass question. Also, don't go deep down the rabbit hole on Trump and Ivanka's relationship because, man, there's some dark shit there, bro. I don't even want to repeat on here.
He met her probably through Epstein, right?
Well, I'm talking about Trump and Ivanka, his daughter.
Oh, his daughter.
What Trump did to her when she was a little girl.
Oh, yeah.
When she was like 13 or something, he was like he brought her into a modeling agency run by Jean-Luc Brunel, who's a notorious pedophile. And so the shit that she probably went through, not good.
Weary.
Noah, thanks for the $10. Kyle, appreciate all you do to bring libs and lefties together. Curious if you agree more with AOC or Ro Khanna's approach in dealing with people like MTG and others in MAGA who recently turned on Trump. I think there's room for all of it. Like, I think there's room for people who are like, sorry, I got no interest in you fucking people and you're liars. But I also think there's room for what Ro Khanna has done effectively, which is particularly when it comes to legislation, being able to work with people on the right on our terms to like get the shit we want through. But yeah, like I would just say, don't put these people on a pedestal, because don't be naive. Like they're still Republicans. They're still wrong on most shit. And so like, yeah, welcome to the tent, but get to the back of the motherfucking line. And like, you know, you came to the right position 7.5 minutes ago. Well, okay. Well, walk the walk and talk the talk, but also shut the fuck up and let the leaders lead, because you're not in a position to lead right now. You know what I'm saying? Hoodie, thank you for the $5. I don't watch Kyle and Corin often. Sorry if you've answered before. What are y'all's favorite movies and shows? Love secular talk. Fuck MAGA. Well, shout out to you, bro. So we mentioned this a little bit earlier, but Sopranos, The Wire, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, I'd put those at the top for shows. Movies, I'm not a big movie guy, but we were just talking. I love Leonardo DiCaprio. I love Denzel Washington. He loves Jim Carrey, Meryl Streep. You know, I like the movie Tombstone, was one of my favorite movies. The movie Out of Time by Denzel Washington is one of my favorite movies. There's some funny movies I like too, like Half Baked and with Dave Chappelle, Basketball with the guys from South Park.
Funny one.
Yeah. So anyway, there's some of the stuff right there. Appreciate you, Chicken Warrior. Thanks for the $10. My grandpa actually made a good living and had a home because of things like the GI Bill and Farm Aid. Now that generation wants to take away those things that help them. So it's infuriating. It is beyond infuriating, especially because, you know, they're so far ahead of us when it comes to like generational wealth, and we're fucking like millennials are now. We're in our 30s and shit, you know? Like, it is infuriating that, like, the way to do it now just doesn't work, and there's no acknowledgement of that or no attempt to fix it. So it's sort of like, well, then fuck you guys. Fuck you. You ruined everything. Fuck off. Yep. You know?
Thanks,
like, let us run the system. E. Cools, thanks for the $10. In New York City for the first time with my girlfriend, is Cat's Deli as banging as it looks, or is it a tourist trap? Where else should we go while we're here? I've never even had Cat's Deli. Have you, Corin?
Yeah, I've had it. It's definitely banging. But get ready because it's expensive. It's like $30 for a sandwich. But
God,
you get to
yeah.
It's I mean, it's a tourist trap in that sense where they know it's like, you know, that good. But get the half pastrami, half corned beef sandwich. Ooh. And it's so good. They give you like a taste of it while you're there. Get some French fries. Definitely super banging. I would definitely go and get it. I don't know
where else?
Pizza,
yeah, just New York pizza, bagels. Bro. Like, you know, there's places that in New York, just look up the best rated pizza places, and you're good money.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a lot of food in New York.
Ashin Ayu again, thanks for the $5. Given this regime and RFK Jr. and hantavirus on a scale of 0 to Jenna Jameson, how fucked are we? Also, don't act like y'all don't know who that is. Of course, we're fucking.
She's like the fucking LeBron James of like porn star.
When we were like, you know, young boys just coming of age, that was the one that people would bring up. But I don't know, man. I mean, he's destroyed Health and Human Services, so we're 10 out of 10 when it comes to fucked in terms of like science in this country. But in terms of hantavirus specifically, I don't know. I'm not a virologist. I'm not an epidemiologist. I don't know, but it's possible it becomes a pandemic. It's also possible that the death rate is so high that it makes it harder for it to spread from person to person to person. So I guess we'll find out together, unfortunately.
Thanks, shit.
Jacob Miller, thanks for the $20. Hey, Corin, hope the family and hand is doing well. Kyle, my stepdad thinks that removing the IRGC will make our life better here. Oh, my God. The guy has 2 doctorates and a master's. How can someone this smart have such a dumb take? You know, oftentimes people who are that smart and who've gone through the system and done so effectively, they just sort of believe the stuff that they're told by the system. So when people say like, oh, yeah, the IRGC is a threat and like we got to get rid of them and it'll make things better, they just feel like, oh, yeah, well, why would they tell me that if they were lying? They wouldn't lie about that. So sometimes the smartest people in a weird way could be the dumbest people. There's like, I believe in a horseshoe theory, not of politics, but a horseshoe theory for IQ, that you can be so smart that you're actually dumb, that you have no common sense. And it sounds like that's where your dad falls in.
Yeah, you could be super book smart, like all that shit, right. But street smarts, you could be a fucking idiot.
Totally. Tarun, thanks for the $50. Here, have some Swedish crowns before I go jobless. By the way, a while ago, a viewer thought Bad Bunny was Cash Me Outside Girl because she goes by Bad Baby. That's funny. I like that.
Oh, don't go jobless, man. Keep your job.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Kiss ass.
Peter, thanks for the $5. Is it fair to attribute Fox News to the insane cult we know today as the Republican Party? Most consequential propaganda cesspool in U.S. history? Abso-fucking-lutely. So I believe they came about in the mid-1990s. I want to say 1996-ish. And yeah, they've just been poisoning the brains of Gen Xers and Boomers and Silent Generation this entire time. The damage they've done is incalculable because all they do is lie 24/7, and all they do is make people wish for bad things for this country. And the brainwashing worked. You know, they're very impressionable, the generations that watch them. The older types are very, very impressionable, and they've fallen for all of it.
Thanks, Pete.
Flowers, thanks for the $5. If things got really bad here in the U.S., to where would you leave? What country would you want to move to? My girlfriend wants to leave the U.S. so bad. I'm a warm weather guy, so I immediately think either Bahamas or like Costa Rica. That's probably where I would go. I probably would do Canada if it wasn't so cold. So fuck you, Canada. Get your shit together. Maybe Mexico. Potentially Mexico. Claudia Scheinbaum being goated. So yeah, I would say those places. What about you, Cor?
I'd probably go to Dominican Republic with my family and Jed's family because like he could show us around and tours and all that shit.
Yeah, it's nice that your brother has that place where he's very familiar with it, you know?
Facts.
Asha, not you again. Thanks again. I know you were thinking of the idea of Jon Stewart. It dawned on me. How about Sean Fain and Chris Smalls, 28? Also, Piker write-in campaign for California governor? No, you right. Vote for Steyer, whoever you say it. I think Hassan would probably even agree with that. Sean Fain might run. I can see he might run. Chris Smalls, I don't think he's going to run, but Sean Fain, I think he might run. And
is Chris Smalls the Amazon guy?
Yes, the Amazon.
Didn't he just like get in trouble for going like crazy or some shit?
No, I think that he got like arrested by Israel, I think, when he tried to go on the flotilla to deliver humanitarian aid, and then I don't know, did he go to Cuba? He may have gone to Cuba too, and
okay.
I don't think he got arrested there or anything. But Fain runs the union. He might run. I guess we'll find out. Martin Lawrence, thanks for the $5. Corin, your neighbor's behavior sounds like a fox courting ritual. LOL. Hope your hand is getting better. Question for you, Jokic or Giannis? Oh, that's an easy one.
I mean, I don't know. You scared me now with the easy one. Is it Giannis?
Yeah, it's Giannis.
Okay. Okay.
Jokic plays no defense, bro.
Yeah.
He plays no defense at all.
And the Jokic throws me off because I think of the tennis player, the way you put the D.
The way he spelled it. He spelled it like it was Novak Djokovic.
Yeah. Giannis is a freak, man. Like that's why they call him Giannis. But I don't know what fox courting ritual is. Is that like they do the shit
like he's trying to fuck you, like your neighbor's trying to fuck you is what he's saying. Yeah.
Hope not.
Yeah,
I wouldn't take him down.
Peter Marshall, thanks again, man. Kyle, you've always said the worst Dem is better than the best Republicans. What about Fetterman versus Massey or another best Republican you can think of? Look, man, it's a great question and it's a fair question, but there are quantitative answers to these things, right? So 538 used to do this thing called, I think they called it the Trump tracker, where they would track how often a politician votes with Trump. And even the worst Democrat at the time, which was Joe Manchin, he voted 50% of the time with Republicans and 50% of the time with Democrats. And like the best Republican was nowhere near that. It was probably like they voted 70% of the time with Republicans and 30% of the time with Democrats. Really, it was probably more like 80-20, 80% of the time with the Republicans, 20% with Democrats. So like quantitatively, it is the case that even though Fetterman annoys us much more, he votes with Democrats way more than he votes with Democrats. You know what I'm saying? Like Massey just happened to do it on the high profile issue of the Epstein files. So it really felt like, oh shit, like he's really helping out here. And he did. I don't want to downplay how much that was helpful. But like on any economic issue, Fetterman is actually going to be a lot better than fucking Massey. So I know it feels wrong because we're so used to shitting on Fetterman because we expect more of him because he's a Democrat. But like quantitatively speaking, he votes more the proper way than Massey does. It's just a fact. George Wade, shout out to George Wade. Thanks for the $5, man. 63 years ago when I was 6, I was snatched in downtown Brooklyn. My father was the Flash and caught the lady 2 blocks down. No me, no Molly, no girls. Jesus Christ.
Damn. Why was some lady trying to snatch you? That's crazy.
Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy.
It's wild. I mean, you go into like Walmart or any type of things and you just look at all the like missing kids things on the wall and like people don't realize like how many fucking missing children there are out there, you know?
It's terrifying to think of, bro. And we know that there's like human trafficking rings. This is what fucking Epstein was. And Epstein's not the only Epstein. There's other people who do that shit too. Like it's a terrifying, terrifying thought.
It might have been fun for you, George. You never know. Maybe you should have like let her get away with it. No, I'm kidding. No, that's wild. I never knew that, but that's fucking scary.
That is crazy.
Shout out to your dad for catching him.
Philip Nelson, thanks for the $5. Hey Kyle, how would you grade Bill Clinton's presidency? Relative to Democrats, very bad. Yeah, it was pretty bad. He's one of the worst Democrats because he really solidified the Reagan era in that like Reagan said the era of big government is over. Then Clinton comes in there and he like, does welfare reform and guts welfare, for example. He deregulates the media. He deregulates Wall Street. So he does like a lot of Republican shit. And so like Obama's way better than Clinton is, for sure. Like, Obama was way more to the left. Biden was better than Bill Clinton, although you could argue not, because Biden, of course, armed and funded a genocide. But on the economy, Biden was better than Bill Clinton. So as far as relative to other Democrats, he's one of the worst, I would say. Wes Nelson, thanks for the $5. Most overrated NBA player of all time. Russell Westbrook for me. Ooh, that's harsh. I'll say that's harsh.
I mean, like, he still puts up I think Rudy Gay is the most overrated NBA player of all time.
Interesting.
He's good, but I feel like he got too much credit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one to answer. I'm not going to give an answer because I don't want to speak out of pocket, but like, there's a lot of people who, like you say, Corin, they've sort of made a big name for themselves, but they just like don't live up to that hype at all. Right. Maybe, I lied. I will say one. Darren Williams.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, he was solid, but never really did anything.
But that's the thing, is he was solid for like 2 years or 3 years, then he just disappeared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he seemed like he had the potential to be like great.
Him on Utah was a savage. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that lasted like 7 seconds. That's why I'm saying he's overrated. Chicken Warrior, thanks for the $5. Do you think it's crazy we don't teach the history of American labor in this country? Once I started teaching myself, it opened my eyes a lot to class war shit. Yeah. No, totally. And I think that's on purpose. They don't teach that on purpose because they don't want people organizing. I think it's really that simple.
George was mad about your Michael Jackson take.
Kyle, MJ is goated. Chris and Usher can't be better than the OG. Look, I hear you, because there's an argument there just about like, you don't get Chris Brown or Usher without Michael Jackson to show them, hey, this is how you do it, right? And I think you might even have Chris Brown and Usher might even admit that. So you know what? I think you're right. I'm going to retract what I said because it's true. You don't get them without MJ,
Fact.
Slop Apocalypse, thanks for the $10. Hey, Kyle, have you heard of the quartering drama? Found interesting eating that this and what's going on with the Daily Wire means the end of right-wing grifting from 2016. Potentially, I don't actually know about it. The only drama I knew of with the quartering is that allegedly he was a cuck. I saw that. There was chat about him being a cuck. But somebody said there's some other thing too. And that like, he's like leaving what he does. This I'm not familiar with. I got to look into it because I should be on top of this because you're right. This is like 2016 era conservative grifters all collapsing. So I'll look into the rest of it.
We're towards the bottom half now.
Gotcha. Yeah, we got 15 minutes left. So you guys stop sending stuff in.
Yeah.
But we'll try to get through the rest of these. Generic chunk of USDA chuck at my grocery store hitting $37. We're so chopped. Dust off them Great Depression recipes. Bro, I covered this today that
$37.
Costco is saying people stop buying beef and they even stop buying chicken and they're now more buying tuna. And that's a big recession indicator,
Damn. Yeah, and they got mad beating that shit. I was at Costco today. No one's buying that. They're fucked.
It's expensive, bro. It's expensive. Yeah. Benny Johnson's Twitter has, thanks for the $5. PGA Championship this week. Who do y'all think wins? I got Matthew Fitzpatrick, not terribly long course, and emphasizes accuracy over power. I don't know, man. It's a good question. We predicted the Rory winning the Masters thing. And he didn't have a great week last week, but I don't know. I still think he's comfortable now. His legacy is solidified.
Yeah.
How's Scotty Scheffler playing these days? I'm not sure. All I'll say is I'd like to see Gary Woodland win a major because after the brain surgery, he already won a regular tour event. If he wins a major,
brain surgery.
So I'm gonna go Gary Woodland or JJ Spawn. I'm gonna go one of them. He had brain surgery. They had to remove a lesion from his brain. Just an amazing story that he won on the PGA Tour after that, and now he might win a major too. Clanker Wank, thanks for the $5. Guys, Google 1993 space movie. It's freaking awesome. I never heard of that.
Never heard of it either.
I'll take a look. Appreciate you. Chicken Warrior, thanks for the $5. The government used to use antitrust laws to break up unions and capitalists. We were basically allowed to murder workers plus company towns. Never again. Yeah, the whole company town thing was insane. There's this movie called Matawan, I believe, Matewan, and it's about that. It's about like company towns and like the worker trying to organize and then the boss just like kills them. And just go watch that movie and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is the history of labor
stop your workers from doing it.
Spiderweb, thanks for the $5. Policy idea for the next Dem nominee: turn the ballroom into a homeless shelter. I feel like it would really show the contrast between the two parties. That's a dope ass idea, bro. But I'm also on team, like tear down everything that this motherfucker built. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I like your idea too. It's a good idea.
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster, read in me voice. The CIA tested dolphins for military purposes in 60s, and Navy used them for mine detection in 03 in Iraq. Vote me for cookies. Num 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 num. Is that actually the voice, or am I doing a different voice?
No, I think you had like an Indian dude that time. Like an
No
Indian
Indian man would be like this. Benny Johnson's Twitter has thanks for the $10. I think MTG is annoying as fuck. She should say Dems have been nicer to her than Republicans after their supporters sent death threats. People like Kana don't need to be kind, but are because we're nice and principled. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. And I agree with you on all that. Jorgen, thanks for the $5. Boneless big bro, just say you eat chicken nuggets instead of chicken wings. You can call them grandma's titties. You can call them whatever the fuck you want to call them. Those shits are delicious, and they're fucking less of a hassle than eating bone-in wings, dog.
Facts. And you could dip the whole fucking chicken nugget, chicken boneless wing in your blue cheese, in your ranch, and like just fucking drounce that shit. It tastes so good.
And bro, when I get there's not a Wingstop close to me, so it's like a long drive after I get them. If I get bone-in wings, how am I gonna eat those shits driving?
Yeah.
Fucking 0% chance, dog. Zero.
Facts.
So we got grown-up considerations here that we gotta work with. J-Ro, thanks for the $10. Have you been watching the California governor debates? The moderation is so bad, especially the CBS one. It gave me serious 2020 primary PTSD. They are terrified of Steyer winning. I think they're practicing for 24. I don't know, man. I haven't seen them, but I'm not surprised. And the media is utter garbage. And we should all be bracing for impact for the 2028 election too, because it's going to be as bad as this is. It's probably going to be worse than that. You know.
Okay.
Benny Johnson Twitter asks, thanks again, man. Do you think Kamala has a shot in 28? Think she has a chance because she can take the I told you so lane? And to be honest, she did predict all that crap would happen. Still want Kana, though. Yes, I do think Kamala has a chance. I do. I think that I agree on the I told you so thing. I think that'll land. And she's still leading in these polls. Even like a year and a half out from the last election, she's still leading in the polls. Like I thought she would fall off more and more, and she just hasn't yet. So, and she clearly wants to run again. So she's going to be a force, I think, to contend with. Put these coordinates on Google Maps satellite. I'm not doing all that, dog.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do that shit.
But I don't either know how to do it either. But I'm guessing that's some like Epstein ass shit that you're showing here.
Probably. Thank you.
Benny Johnson's Twitter ads. Thanks again, man. Also, F the people in BP comment section who think MTG is greater than AOC and compare AOC to Hillary. This is why we lose. Yeah, to compare AOC to Hillary is nasty work, bro. She's way better than Hillary. That's insane to make that comparison. And I'm shocked. It's a shame anybody in the comment section would say that there. George Wade, thanks again, bro. KFC and Toxic Hell bought by Pepsi, I think I'm supposed to say, in 1995, same stores. When you two were pups, they separated. Now they are putting them together again. The food at both suck either way. I eat Taco Bell. I regret it later. You know, people say that, man. I've never had that problem with Taco Bell myself.
Really?
It never fucks my stomach up. Never.
I wouldn't say they both suck, too, because KFC is actually like, it's not bad chicken. Like,
I have had bad KFC before. Like in the sense that it like wasn't fresh. It didn't taste that good.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think Gary had that too recently. My mom was like, yeah, he went to KFC and he got like sick. But like if their chicken is on point sometimes, like that crispiness is crispy.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
And like their mashed potatoes and gravy are goated. Their coleslaw is phenomenal. Like KFC's not bad. And yeah, I've never really gotten like, I haven't lived that stereotype of Taco Bell really fucking me up where I'm like, oh, I got to run to the shitter.
Alex, thanks for the $5. For $50 million, would you eat out Jimmy Dore's cherry blossom? No. That's the easiest question I've ever had to answer in my life.
I would.
Jimmy, call him, bro. Call him. Noah Winar, thanks for the $6. Do you think if Al Gore had won in 2000 that he just continued the neoliberal politic of Bill Clinton, or would he be more transformational? Love y'all. It's a great question. My guess is he wouldn't be as bad as Bill Clinton on the economic stuff. However, I don't think he would have been good on the economic stuff. But the benefit of voting for Al Gore in 2000, if he had won, is definitely no war in Iraq. Definitely no war in Iraq. 0% chance there's war in Iraq, which changes everything, bro. Like that changes everything about the trajectory of this country, and it makes it almost certainly so that Trump can never be president. You know, we may not have had Barack Obama in that scenario either. But like definitely no war in Iraq, definitely no like the country, the empire wouldn't have collapsed this quickly. So it would have been amazing if Al Gore won. Thoughts on Stephen A. Smith saying black people should vote Republican? What? I didn't know he said that. I know he like flirts with Republicans, but he always says like, I'm a centrist, I'm a centrist, I'm a centrist. I vote for Democrats most of the time. I didn't know he came out and actually said that. I'm going to have to see that video. But Yeah, man, he's been flirting with this for a long time. He's been doing the whole like, oh, I'm one of the good black guys. I'm not like the other black guys. I'm with you guys. And it like he's notorious for sucking up to power. It's what he's always done. He sucks up to his bosses, when he worked at ESPN and when he works wherever the fuck else he works.
Yep.
And yeah, like it's pathetic. It's literally like, hey, I need it. I'm rich. I want the tax cuts. And so now I'll just say the shit. And the other thing is you do get rewarded online for being a right-wing grifter. So like he sees the likes and the support from right-wingers when he says right-wing shit. So now he's doing that. You know what I'm saying? And
the only person he goes after is Jason Whitlock.
Yeah, I do enjoy that though. I agree with him in his feud with Whitlock because Whitlock is further to the right.
Yeah.
Dylan, thanks for the $5. Kyle, will you answer Head in the Office podcast call for you to take Ken Martin's seat as Dark Will Commander Chair of the DNC? No, I have no interest in running the DNC. That is not my skill set, but I appreciate the vote of confidence, Dylan. D-Memas, thanks for the $20. Guys, don't ever change. You bring fun and authentic humor, no BS or putting on airs. Well, thank you. We appreciate that very much. And I don't think we could change if we tried. Comic Book Chat, thanks for the $5. Do you think that gas will get as bad as the 70s where they ration it? Vosh is sounding the alarm on the whole situation. I'm genuinely terrified. I mean, it's a great question. I mean, there's experts who are more inclined to answer this with more information than me. I don't know. What I do know is for sure $5 gas is on the table and a real possibility.
Oh, 100%. Sure. It's almost already there.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know. That you'd have to listen to some expert who tells you like, hey, there's going to be shortages and it's going to be like the 70s. I can't answer that yet. I haven't read any articles that indicate that yet, but for sure we're talking about it's going to get more and more and more expensive, and it's like really having serious consequences for the economy. So I think at some point the house of cards sort of comes down anyway, meaning the market collapses, the job market, massive unemployment, worse inflation. Like we're in a rough spot. We are. A Gabby to remember. Thanks for the $10. Have you seen the video of 30-year incumbent Denver Congressperson Diana DeJetti chasing and grabbing one of her constituents? Milat Kiros is running a progressive campaign against her. Have her on KKF. Milat Kiros. All right, so I'll definitely take a look. And I did not know that the 30-year incumbent is apparently assaulting people like that. So everybody support Milat Kiros. Amber Varney, thanks for the $10. I love y'all. Been watching Secular Talk since 2012. Which one of these could you live without, hamburgers or pizza? I would have to get rid of pizza for the simple reason that I don't really eat it now anyway. I'm all, I do very low carbs and sugar and shit. And so hamburgers all day, baby.
And you get more protein with the meat and all that shit in hamburgers.
G-Sin Control, thanks for the $10. You think any inside traders go down when Dems take over? Will we know the identities? If E-Files fail to take down Trump, will his involvement in insider trading finally take him down? I don't know, man. I mean, look, I'm scarred from the past when the Obama administration did not go after the Bush criminals or the Wall Street criminals, but it's kind of hard to imagine not going after anybody in the Trump orbit. Like, it would be insane to not go after anybody when they went on this fucking obvious crime spree. So I would think somebody's going down. I don't know who. I don't know if it'll just be like, one of those just like throwing out a sacrificial lamb or something, but somebody's got to go down for what they've been doing. So I predict somebody will get, prison time over something. I just can't predict what, though,
All right, we'll super fly here.
Pawn Shopper, thanks for the $5. Kyle, how far would the country have to slip before you feel the need to run for office in one way or the other? I mean, look, man, I'm not some sort of hero, right? Like, I think I have. So, I mean, I don't really feel that inclination, but I hope somebody can get it together and fucking correct this shit, Dieter, thanks for the $5. Fellow leftist YouTuber here. My essays are good for normies who need the basics broken down. Should definitely help push moderates and centrist left. Have a watch. Well, there you go, Dieter. There's your little pluggington. Area 51, thanks for the $5. If a wizard said to you two, he can get Trump impeached tomorrow, but in exchange, the Knicks will never make the playoffs again, do you do it?
Nah, hell no. Trump's staying in office.
I'd have to do it, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah. I mean, we could be saving the fucking world. I'm afraid this guy's going to nuke something, Slayer Wolf, thanks for the $10. Considering that JD Vance is going to Maine to campaign for Susan Collins this week, I think we can officially call her for Plattner now. LOL. That's a good ass point, bro. JD Vance has the charisma of a dirty diaper. Jorgen, thanks for the $5. MTG is reading the room and trying to increase her value to pimp her endorsement in 28. She's not genuine. Totally. Yeah, 100%. Mr. Shia, thanks for the $5. Kyle, have you seen the crowdfunding campaign for Spirit Airlines? Hunter Peterson raised $337 million so far and counting. Are you fucking kidding me? $337 million to bring back Spirit Airlines? Wow, that sounds
Big
insane.
businesses can never fail.
Bobby, thanks for the $5. Kyle, do you think peaceful protest really works, or would Occupy Wall Street have worked better if it were not peaceful? At this point, I kind of do. Well, yeah, there's a rich history on this, and all I'll say is there's a good argument on both sides of it. The argument on the peaceful side is that if you get your ass beat by the authorities, moderates and normies in the country look at you like, oh my God, why'd you beat those poor people up? How dare you? And then they side with you, right? That's the argument that happened in the Civil Rights Act. But there's also a rich history of violence making a change, that only when shit starts burning down do people in power go, we got to give up something. We got to compromise here to one extent or another. And that's what happened in apartheid South Africa. So there's an argument on both sides of that equation for sure. Film Inspector, thanks for the $5. Do you like JB Pritzker or not as a 2028 candidate? Not as one of my favorite 20. He's not in the top like 5, let's say. But, if it comes down to him and he's the one, it is what it is. But he's not my top 5. Slow-Mo Panda, thanks for the $5. Why do you guys keep saying MJ is guilty? The fam who sued him were proven litigious liars. Call Me Chris has recently a great informative docuvid on MJ. I don't know, man. I saw that documentary and it seemed pretty persuasive to me. And it wasn't just like one person or one family. It was like a whole bunch of people. So
yeah,
are they all lying? I mean, maybe, but it's kind of hard to imagine. Walter Ben, thanks for the $5. Do y'all think companies should be run democratically like countries? In my opinion, there's no way to justify political democracy and economic autocracy. Well, absolutely. I mean, that's sort of like the definition of being a leftist, is that you want to democratize as much as humanly possible. So yeah, as a general rule, yes, you want to try to democratize these things and not have capitalism be like little mini fiefdom dictatorships where they control everything about your life and make you do things you don't want to do. Okay, LOL, thanks for the $5. This week would be a good time to invite a liberal on KKF like Tommy Vietor or Josiah, especially since the lib-left discussions are most interesting. That's a good point, but we actually have Ashley St. Clair coming on and spill all the tea on MAGA, so perhaps next week I gotta try to keep that in mind. I know you may not want to, but I got to see you and Crystal talk to Pacman because he hasn't had a public Israel take in forever, and y'all used to be friends. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Josiah for sure I could bring on, or Tommy Vietor for sure, but I don't think we're going to go in on that with Pacman. Josh Daniel, thanks for the $5. Aside from calling it a distraction, what do you say to people who say you can't be openly gay and that women are highly discriminated against in Iran? But I mean, it is a distraction, right? Like, what do their policies on any social issues have to do with the fact that they were illegally invaded and attacked and bombed? And like their schools were bombed and shit like that. So what I say to them is, you're just falling for like propaganda that's trying to make you hate these people, right? It's obvious what they're doing there. Lord Sebs, thanks for the $50. The PR drugs for votes scheme is even crazier than you think. The prosecutors were asked to drop the election fraud charges and investigations by higher ups at the Trump DOJ. This was obviously a systemic election fraud scheme. I passed article in the chat. Well, that's fucking crazy, bro. And I will definitely take a look at that. And thank you very much for that kind donation.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for the $5. Why did you tell people to vote for Steyer instead of Xavier Becerra, when Tom made his millions off of ICE detention facilities and prisons? Never read that about Tom Steyer, is point number one. Point number two is this guy Becerra is like a big time. He's way more moderate than Steyer is. Like he's running as a moderate, if I remember correctly. So that's what I would say. Or it's either that or he's one of the guys who's polling at like 1%. And like should definitely drop out. One or the other. Comic Book Chat, thanks for the $5. If Trump dies this year, do you think Iran would be more willing to talk to Vance without Trump in the picture, or do you think we are still screwed? I think we're generally still screwed until a Democrat gets in power. I think that any Republican is basically caught in this situation. Stats Guy, thanks for the $5. Canadian here, love your show. Mark Carney wants to privatize airports, though he calls it alternative ownership models. What's your take on this? Bad. Privatization, not good. Neoliberalism, not good. I'm not surprised he wants to do that, but it's definitely the wrong way to go. God Samit Dam, thanks for the $5. What's your opinion / would you do a segment on the Parents Decide Act to protect children that's removing our privacy and being funded by Meta? I'd have to read more about it. I don't quite know exactly what we're talking about here. It sounds like one of those things that Taylor Lorenz is probably interested in, and maybe she's written about it. So I would say go take a look and see what she said about it. But I haven't really seen any articles on it. Broadway Scott, thanks for the $20. I think both of you should go on a college speaking tour talking about the importance of sustaining friendships, politics, sports, fast food, and staying engaged with the world. Gen Z needs millennial icons like you two. That'd be so funny. Me and Corin just like shooting the shit and talking about whatever on stage at a college. People being like, why do we invite these guys?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you though. RK, thanks for the $20. Hey, Kyle, fan of the show. Eager to hear your episode with Ashley St. Clair. If you saw her interview with Matt B and Onion Person, it's clear she really has walked over glass and is earnest with her pivot. Yeah, we'll find out, bro. We'll find out. I'm looking forward to that conversation. I'm sure she's got so much tea to spill. Travis, thanks for the $20. Travis, SK Canada. Years ago, I commented being excited for you to go on Rogan. I missed that, Rogan, goddammit. What is the end result of Rogan in the coming years? How about the Epstein situation, and cover more Canadian stuff? If I see anything interesting, I will for sure cover out of Canada. But yeah, the Rogan thing, there's a great video that just came out today. I just watched earlier today, and it was titled like Joe Rogan doesn't know who he is anymore. Highly recommend going to watch that video because I feel like it lays it out very good. I think this is the logical endpoint of where he was going. Like, you know, he's sort of stuck in this weird MAGA land while desperately trying to maintain the idea that he's politically homeless and sort of in the middle while also like riding Trump's nuts and literally doing phone calls with him and doing events with him in the White House. He's just cooked. You know, he's got that Gen X lead brain, and it's failing him at the moment.
All right, we got like 4 more.
God Sam it damn. Thanks again for the $10. An existential question, but if Congress is feckless, SCOTUS is partisan, and states are ignoring the will of the voters, what's holding up our system of governance besides the goodwill of the people? Nothing, my friend, nothing. And you just hit the nail on the head. That's why this is a very dangerous moment in history. Bubble Dagger, thanks for the $7. As a millennial, I keep feeling like I need to be a political mentor for Gen Z and Alpha. Do either of you feel that way? If you look at the polling data, they already are kind of where we are. So... And now, if they weren't before, they 100% are now after watching this Trump shit. They're being radicalized by this in the same way we were radicalized by the Bush regime. So, no, I don't feel that like I have to do that, but it just is the case that their politics sort of align with us. CBP Film, thanks for the $10. As Black, is this country and knowledgeable about this country's history? I'm sad to be so correct about conservatives, and Roland Martin is the person who called it a white lash. Yeah. Right, yeah, and he was right about that, for sure. That was a big part of it. And what's so disturbing in this moment is watching history repeat itself with the Voting Rights Act being repealed and, like, people acting like it's just another day. Like, it's not another day. Rights are being rolled back right in front of our eyes. This is a 5-alarm fire, and we need to fucking act like it is. But shout out to you, bro. Appreciate the $10. Very kind of you. Average viewer, thanks for the $5. Hey, yo, Kyle, Iranian American here. Insane being in the company of these cultist monarchists. Looking forward to the Republican and Israeli century of humiliation. We're already in it, brother. It already started, and we appreciate you watching. Thank you. Arctic Narwhal, thanks for the $5. Have you ever read War Against All Puerto Ricans by Nelson Dennis? Incredible read regarding some of the earlier atrocities by the U.S. to Puerto Rico. I have not read that, but I should be familiar with the history of that, given it seems like it's very relevant to this moment, the atrocities we committed there. Engineering in Generia, thanks for the $6. My friend argued that voting for Grand Platter would be like voting for an IDF soldier in 10 years. Is that based since U.S. soldiers kill innocents? Well, look, the fact of the matter is this. Regardless of what you think of his time in the military, in this moment, there's not really any sort of debate or discussion around the fact that everybody acknowledges he is by far the furthest left candidate running, one of the furthest left candidates in the country, if we're being honest. So do you value that to the point where you're willing to overlook things that were bad? Right? It's that simple. And in this moment, with the rise of the fascists and the warmongers and the billionaires and like the worst people in the world, 100%, I can overlook almost anything. If somebody has come to the proper place and are clearly a fighter for the right things, I can overlook almost anything in that scenario because we cannot let these demons continue to ruin this country. So if they're obsessed with like, sort of personal purity type stuff, then that's their prerogative. But I think that's, it's sort of a naive mindset, in my opinion. It's like a childish, Pollyanna-ish mindset. It's like, yeah, there's dirt. People have dirt, and it can be bad. It can be really bad. But at the end of the day, if they are where they should be now, and they're going to fight for the right things, like, what are we doing here? The answer is kind of straightforward as to what to do, This is a new one. Travis, thanks again, bro. Travis from SK Canada, over a 10-year viewer, your sustained objectivity never loses its freshness and allow me to find others, has improved my life. Oh, well, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. And I love it. And I try.
Did
my
we get
best.
This one?
As a millennial, I keep feeling like I need to be a political mentor. Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We did. Yeah.
All right, last.
DJ Desk Jockey, thanks for the $5. When are you doing the Sasha Riley segment? Watch you every day, Kyle. Thanks for your service. Well, thank you. So I forget which segment it was in. It was in a different Epstein segment, but in that segment, I brought up a lot of the Sasha Riley claims. So it's not getting its own dedicated segment. I was planning on doing its own dedicated segment, but when I went deep on it, there was some of the stuff that was a little bit like a little red flags here and there, where I wasn't totally sure on the credibility of what was being said. But having said that, I brought up a bunch of the allegations in a different segment on Epstein. I don't remember which one it was, but I did it maybe a month ago or something like that. Alex, thanks for the $5. What's your favorite Westchester pizza place? Mine is Piazza or Sal's. Bro, 100% it's Sal's. 100%. I can't believe you mentioned Sal's because it's definitely Sal's. Sal's Sicilian is like next fucking level, bro.
Lords, I don't think we missed your second one, man. You gave a lot tonight. I think we answered this one. We just didn't. The PR drugs for votes scheme. It sounds like a crazy fucking conspiracy shit.
Were asked to drop the election fraud charges. Yeah. Yeah, no, we did. We definitely read this one. Is there a different one that we missed?
No, that was it. This is the last one.
Why are New York, New Jersey, Illinois gerrymandering for 26 if Tallarico and Texas can back abolish filibuster and open to court packing and polling up? What's other Dems' excuse? There is none, and that's what Brian Tyler Cohen was saying earlier. Brian Tyler Cohen, very down the line Democrat, and he's going, what the fuck is wrong with Democrats here? You got to get it together. You got to do it. There's no way out. And they're not. They're fucking dragging their feet. So they better get it together or I don't even know what, man. I don't even know what. We need people who are fucking pissed off to start running for office. People who are so fucking fed up. That's who we need to run for office.
That's
Kyla's one of my heroes. Well, thank you, Laura. That is very, very kind of you.
Our last one, Slow-Mo Panda. I think we got all of yours. That was all of them. I don't know what it was. Slow-Mo, I looked for it. I think we hit every single one. It was like 175 questions we went through tonight. If you could send it real fast, but I think we hit all of them. Kyle, love you, bro. 2028, me and you taking over the world. Any last things?
Oh man, that'd be so crazy. Any last takes? No, not really. About to go post up and chill and take it easy, peruse some YouTube, drift off to sleep, and that's pretty much it.
We love you, bro. Thank you for rocking out as always.
Love you too, man. And thanks everybody. We'll see you next time. Peace.
All right. Love you guys. Slow-Mo Panda, I think I like scrolled up and down that shit. We hit all the motherfuckers. What do you want? Oh, here we go. Asked you guys saw Meat Canyon's food reviews. No, I'll ask Kyle though. I don't know what that is, but it sounds on some pause shit. So I don't even know if I can search Meat Canyons in my Google search without like the feds coming after me. But love you guys. Lord, appreciate you tonight, man. You came through clutch. Been watching since 2015. Real one. All right. Love you guys. See you guys next week. And I won't have a cast on anymore. My hand will be back so I can type some more. All right. Good night. Who gets the last word? I've had Skyline Chili from Cincinnati. That shit is trash cakes. My bad. Vote for Cookie. All right. Peace out, guys. Love you.